I'm the golden son while playing the GBA game. Brain off the scale, they thinking he mean weight gain. No sir, you electrify the mind. I'm in charge of the buzz, get your power stripped. I'm my own plug, you the socket. Let more punchlines, the trash in your pocket. That's you to stop it. More than rap, this composite, you gossip, I rock it. See the variation? It don't matter, black or white, bring the drama, Perry Mason. I'm adjacent to the destined, counting all my blessings while they selling their soul. No, you gotta be desperate like them housewives. Hear the real with my mouth wide, paths going north, but they still hear the south side in me. These rappers are actors who giving out Emmys. Find me a Denny's looking proud of their penny without an Oscar. I'ma lay it proper. Father, this sound ironic, didn't have a papa for most of my life. Foster home to home. Don't let me start. Comment tell me about real love. It starts in the heart, not the pants. Born without a chance. Probably met Destiny plenty times and noticed when she glanced at me. When you dance with me, who would've known these dreamers become fans of me? Put up your hands for me. Touch the sky, the model we grew up with. Bumping that old Wayne, about to see if this truck fit in my garage. I'm kidding, no car, but I got drive. Even if I retire, never be top 5. I survived the rugged terrain. Determination in my brain, God help me find joy through the pain, gain clarity that I share to the masses. Same kid, they dreaming in classes. Future look disastrous. Time for the heroes and less fastest. Clean air, less gases. But y'all know what I'm trying to convey. Chase strays, play games, watch a few anime. Found a path to be great, not a moment to waste. Mama check it, don't worry, I'm straight. We gon' take it to the top of the globe. Spread love, realest quote that I wrote. You know, sky's the limit. All my life I was sober. We surpassing that with each episode. Behold, a new episode. New day, a new episode. A new day, a new day, a new episode. A new day, a new episode. A new day, a new. Go ahead, let them throw that shade. You gotta wait to see the picture. Old Kodak days, don't go that way. They songs all filler, and it shows not at the museum. Fans never been stellar. Pendilla, shows a route set score. I ain't trying to be known by a number like the kids next door. My lord, they want us in cages or the seats, cause we fresh to death. Cash get sharp every week. Who, me? I'm nothing but a kid from the boondocks, writing living color. Different world in my boombox, chilling in my afternoon socks with a cute thing. Excuse the missed call, they didn't notice you rang. Sharp tongue from the heavens, we thinking outside of the box. They call him Stoop Kid, never lead his steps. No one knows of his woes, cause he keeps to himself in seclusion. But me, I had to find out his story, so I sat by his stoop. He said his name's Corey. Told me how he used to be in love with a dame, but she left about as fast as she came. Said the sky's never been the same. Air's less fresh, chemtrails blanket the sky, and we compressed to a perfect world that we created within the mind. We blind to the truth as the days unwind. He finds happiness and watch the time go by. He asked, do you know why? Cause at least I'll know when we die. Society's engulfed in trends, and it's hard to find friends when your vision ain't the same through the lens. A cleanse what we need, but our pride won't accept it. Love's like a precious baby girl, and I'm wishing that we kept it. Neglected all our principles, kids laughing at me every day. How conventional, all one-dimensional. I wish I was invincible, I would just fly away. Aim for the sun, hope to land in a higher place. That's my escape from reality. Life is a dream, but it seems we've been sleeping in ravines. For now, I'ma chill with the ranting. Sit up on my stoop while the kids keep chanting. Stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop. 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 A tear rolls down his cheek. He asks, how did life become bleak? We used to seek joy, now we lost in translation of the language called money. I pity our generation. I told him I agree, but you looking at the downside. It's a bigger world outside the walls you hide, and I can guide you to a new state of mind if you let me. But hearts can't receive what the soul isn't ready for. Look, life is a metaphor, it's up to you to find a meaning. You can't stand for something if you steadily leaning on pillars of self-loathing. Imagine what you're missing in addition to beautiful life that you ain't even living. Places that you never been, people that you'll never meet. Happiness if you're willing to seek beyond the stoop of your seclusion, but really just a barrier to block away the image of a place much scarier. Called reality. Well, he stopped me mid-sentence, took a step down like a sinner doing penance. Said he wanna take a chance, thanks for the referral. Safe to say this boy's gonna finally leave the world. So stoop kids gonna leave it. Stoop kids.
Are you ready?
Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave him truth truth in these songs, they prefer the lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, dream weaver. Dream weaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy Ernie Blerd Without Fear, back again. Whoo, man, what is this? This is episode, 58? Episode 58 of the Blerd Cave, man. We are live. Man. Okay, so today is going to be a little different. Today's going to be a little bit of a different show. Last time we did the Blerd Cave, we were kind of in the final stages. We were kind of on the last day of doing our St. Jude Play Live Tiltify fundraiser. And there was, man, a lot of shit happened that I just didn't want to get in the middle of while we were trying to raise money for sick kids. However, now that has passed, the statute of limitations has passed, we're moving on to something else. And before we get into too much of the the other stuff, the good stuff, I do want to remind you that we did just this past, technically would have been Monday, we started a fundraiser for the Minnesota Freedom Fund. And we actually did really good with that one. We raised $600. But that campaign got cut short. It was actually supposed to run the entire month. That campaign was cut short because the Minnesota Freedom Fund, they basically put out a statement saying, hey, we're overwhelmed with donations. We cannot possibly take any more. Please send your money to other organizations. So that is why on Wednesday, you probably noticed when I dropped the Martha Washington video, which, by the way, if you have not gone to check that out, you should totally go check that out. But when we dropped that video, we basically we put up a new campaign for the Bail Project, which you can see above me. Which real quick, for those who don't know, and by the way, first off, Def Teray, thank you for that $2 super chat. Thank you. I just wanted to say I appreciate your stance, brother. Thank you. We're doing what we're doing, man. We're trying to, we're basically, and to kind of speak further to that, what we're doing is, if you're not familiar with what the Bail Project is, the Bail Project basically is an organization, it's really funny. You know how you have non-profit organizations? The Bail Project is literally a zero-profit organization. Basically what they do is they take the money that they raise to pay the bail of people who are wrongfully incarcerated. And more specifically right now, the thousands, and I would dare say tens of thousands of people who have been wrongfully detained, arrested, incarcerated while protesting against injustice, inequality, police brutality, racism, not more specifically, the protests that began in the wake of the, some would say murder, I would say execution of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, countless other innocent black men, women, and children. The list can go on. I could be here all day naming names like Sandra Bland, Philando Castile, Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin. There's the list of names, and someone actually showed me a picture the other day. It was just a picture that was Black Lives Matter, but written in the names, like made up, formed using the names of all of the innocent black people who have been executed over the last few years. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a touching thing to see, but it also was very frightening at the same time because it just reminded me of how many people have been taken from us. But that I don't want to bring everything down, but I just want y'all to know what we are doing this for. But if you want to help us raise money for the Bail Project, I think as it stands right now, we are currently this is my personal campaign. We're actually raising money as a team. I want to say as a team, I think we have currently raised, it won't show up here, I think it's closer to $800, but just my side personally. The rest of my team has only just now started streaming and creating content in support of the campaign, so it's kind of slowly going up a little bit more. But I want to say he has somewhere, I think maybe like around 755, 780, something like that. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. But right now, as it stands, we got $715 right now. If you want to donate, the link should pop up here in just a minute. Just give it a sec because for whatever reason, Nightbot on YouTube operates on Minority Standard Time. Which, there it is. Boom, there's the link. You can go there and you'll be able to donate. I have all kinds of awesome stuff that you can participate in when you donate. There are various and sundry incentives. If you catch me during my Twitch streams, I typically play RPGs, horror games, shooters and stuff like that. And, some weeb games, Dark Souls, Code Vein, stuff like that. You'll probably, I have some incentives for those that I don't have turned on currently. But for the YouTube side of things, I have incentives like where, for $15, you can pick a topic that I talk about in one of my next videos. For $25, you can choose my next character breakdown. For $50, you can choose my next team breakdown. For $75, you can choose my next story arc video. And then for $100, you can choose my next crossover event video. So there's lots of cool stuff in there just to kind of get you, some incentives for, just get something back for donating, and whatnot and what have you. But basically, literally, like I said, this is probably one of the more important causes that I've ever, backed. I believe in this very strongly, and like I said, we're gonna be raising money all month, to try and make it where no one has to stay in jail, any longer than they have to for fighting, for my rights, for your rights, And that said, I'm ready to, let's talk some ish. By the way, hold the phone, because I think we just got a donation here. I just saw a donation pop up. Hold on real quick. I see we have literally just jumped up to $900. And first I want to say, thank you. Whoever was that did that. Here, I'm pulling you up right now. Let's see here. Let's see. Hey, I appreciate it. That's okay. So here's what we got. We've got two different donations just came through. First and foremost, and I feel like it's a little bit of, I feel proud to say that I rep this company, but Blerd.com, Blerd LLC just came through with a $100 donation. You can see I'm already repping the Blerd shirt. Blerd.com. If you guys like content like what I create, Blerd.com is the place to go if you want to see more black faces. More black faces in content creation. Make sure you go and check out that website. Awesome podcast, YouTube channels. You just go check them out. Just go check them out. But thank you. Oh, thank you so much for that donation. Also, I want to say we got an anonymous donation. $85. Anonymous says, until all of our lives matter. And I appreciate that. Like I said, just dude, like, y'all are out here, man. Y'all are out here, and I can't say thank you enough. Let's see, you know what? Who do we have in the building today? I see we got a lot of, I see a lot of faces in here, man. I'm seeing a lot of faces. I'm seeing a lot of faces in here. I see we got Lucio the Fourth in here. We got Mobius. Got Sean Zamir. FF14. No, I know that game. Or no, that's 15. My bad. I know that game too, unfortunately. Let's see. Ahmad M'Baku, Lord Solar, Earthrealm. We got Black Suede 1. Let's see who else we got here. Got Leon A. Case Jr., Jay Wilson. Let's see. Burtown Music Group. Freddie Richmond. I see Anansi the Spider in here, dropping the knowledge on him. Angel of Varthos. Got Darth AV Rebirth in here. God damn it, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. Got my guy, TJ in here. Chillmonger, Panther Noir, the Coach Vic. I love it. I love to see it. TJ Yusuf just came through with the $2.99 super chat. Said, Black Dad, stand up. Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, man, I had to do something very uncomfortable. And going to have to continue doing something very uncomfortable in the wake of all of this. And it basically has made a conversation I didn't want to have this early in my child's life. It's made it where I kind of have to have it. And that is the, you have the talk, like everybody else has the talk. You say the talk, it's like, oh, is it time for the talk? Is it time for, us to talk to our son or daughter about the birds and the bees? Is it time for us to talk about, about sex? Sex. We have to talk about sex with our kids. I think I'm having to have the conversation with my child that who is 4 years old currently. She's 4, gonna be 5 in a couple of months. And I'm actually gonna have to have these conversations about racism, which I feel is so unfair. Because I feel like, white kids don't have to do it. Like, white parents don't have to, they're not obligated to teach their kids about racism, I think that's why we have so many, grown-ass adults walking around right now like, oh, I didn't know racism existed. I didn't know racism was a thing. Huh? How dare they? That's fake news. I think that's how you wind up with stuff like that, because people don't talk to their kids about it. And, gotta have that uncomfortable conversation. So, yeah, man, Black Dad, stand up, please. If you have a kid, please, please. Go ahead and start teaching them now, because it ain't going away anytime soon. At least not from what we're looking at. We got another 2 donations just came through. Man, y'all are out here. Impact Zone coming in, just showing some love and support, coming through with the $20 donation. We also got Plato Pompey coming through saying, the vibes, with the $20 donation. Thank you, both of you. Man, y'all are out here, man. We're and you know what? I love it. I love to see it. I love to see it. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into this mess, because while we're talking about it, let's go ahead and talk about Evan Peters' funky ass real quick. For those of you who don't know, or maybe you do, know, Evan Peters, Pumpkin Eater, man, my guy. Evan Peters, man, he is out here fucking up royal in these here streets. And, man, I hate to see it. Because, what? People were... people were out here campaigning for this guy. campaigning for this piece of shit. You guys know what I'm talking about. Evan Peters, the guy who plays Quicksilver in the Foxman universe. That's the guy. Evan Peters. The guy who everybody loves. Everybody's like, oh, no, he's the best. He's the best Quicksilver. That's right, goddammit. He's the best, goddammit. He's the only Quicksilver. That guy they had in the MCU, he's trash. He's trash, goddammit. The other guy who's in Age of Ultron, he ain't shit. And they came through talking this Fox News bullshit. Matter of fact, you know what? I want to say something nice about him. Real quick. Guy's a great actor. Guy's fantastic actor. He's good at playing creepy characters. As witnessed his time on American Horror Story. Which, by the way, man, my God, y'all are out here, and man, goddamn, dude, I don't even know what's going on. Here. What is happening? What is happening? What is life right now? Goddammit? What is going on? We got is this a super chat party? Is this what's happening? Is this what we're doing? Is this the move? Is this it? I mean, I ain't mad. I'm not mad. I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm just throwing it out there. But we got SFC Cape Killer coming through here with the $20 super chat. Just came through saying, love everything you do, brother. Be one. That's what I'm talking about. Dude, thank you. Also got my guy, Dr. A.V. Rebirth, coming through with the $1.99 super chat. Said another speedster messing up the bag. Shakes my head. Shameful. It's shameful. And also Anubis coming through with the $9.99 super chat. Says, illuminate the darkness. Goddamn right. You gotta shine light on shit sometimes. You know, my granny had a saying. She said, what's done in the dark eventually comes to light. And speaking of coming to light, I see we got another donation. We got another goddamn donation. I love to see it. I love to see it. My guy, Corey Scott Johnson, coming through with $50. Says, keep doing the great work, Blerd. You are our Blue Marvel in the Black Nerd community. Man, dude, look, y'all are trying to make a motherfucker cry over here. And, dude, thank you for that, man. Thank you. You know what? I'm the worst at taking a compliment, but you know what? I'm going to roll with him today. I'm going to take him today. I'm the worst at taking because I'm always like, oh, gosh. But no, I'm going to take him. I'm going to go ahead and take him. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Like, y'all have no idea how much this means. Y'all have no idea how much this means. Just to see the outpouring of support for this, the fact that, you know, we're like, so once again, we're out here, we're raising money for a good cause, you know, trying like in an unprecedented time, and man, I love to see it. I love to see us coming together. That said, and I'm fan my eyes real quick because I do have this actual real tears coming up here, so I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful, you know, fuck my shit up. But no, my guy, he's not even my guy anymore. Cause you know what, I'm gonna go. Okay, here, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Can I be real with y'all for a sec? Can I be real with y'all? Can I keep it a buck? Can I keep it 1 milli? Can I keep it 1 trilly with you? Fuck this guy, cause you know why? I never liked this motherfucker. I'm going to say a couple of nice. I said I was going to say something nice. The good news is we did recently get some information right before. Dude, this is how you know. This is how you know that Anonymous probably like made sure this shit got out here. But your boy Evan Peters, you know, they just put out the news. The news wasn't even a day old. It wasn't even 24 hours old yet. And the next thing you know, they're like, oh, hey, guess what? There's a report saying that the Quicksilver from the Fox X-Men movies is going to be in WandaVision. Oh my God, this is going to be a thing. It's going to happen. Oh my God. All the fans are like, oh my God, yeah, we're finally going to get the good Quicksilver in the MCU. Ooh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Everybody kept coming to me about it. Everybody kept like, oh man, ooh. Man, can't wait to see the real Quicksilver in the MCU. That's what I kept hearing motherfuckers say. And you know what? You know what happened? Look, I'll even go through the story real quick. Here, we got the story here. It says, according to Murphy's Multiverse, X-Men star Evan Peters was joined WandaVision in an as-yet unspecified role. Peters is perhaps best known for his role as Peter Maximoff, a.k.a. Quicksilver, from the X-Men, Days of Future Past, X-Men Apocalypse, and Dark Phoenix films. Now, that... people immediately took that. They're like, oh, yeah, no, he's going to be playing Quicksilver. Fuck the dumb shit. He's going to be playing Quicksilver. And everybody was happy. Everybody was happy. But you know what happened? Then Evan Peters fucked up the bag. You want to say, how did he fuck up the bag, Brother Blerd? How did he fuck up the bag? Oh, he fucked up the bag hard motherfucking core. This motherfucker came out here tweeting. See, this will get you in trouble. You out here tweeting, you get the Twitter fingers. Twitter fingers get you in trouble. This motherfucker had to apologize for retweeting anti-protest post. And what happened? And look, that motherfucker mad now because the bag is fucked. Look. That motherfucker's mad right now because someone with little cables like, get that bag out your hand. I love to see it. I love to see folks fuck up. You know, there's a saying, and I love to say it. Some of you may be familiar with it.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill. Warrior Poet Blade said it best. But this man, this is the tweet right here. This came off of this isn't Photoshop. This shit came off his fucking Twitter feed. Right here, you see, Evan Peters, check mark, followers, boom. He retweets from some guy, probably a bot. It says, I can watch these piece of shit looters get tackled all day. Hashtag KTLA, hashtag Riverside at Rex Chapman. Now, this was a video someone took of protesters being chased down. And yeah, it's it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, here's the funny thing about it. Evan Peters didn't say anything when he retweeted it. He just retweeted it. Now, he tried to come back. He first off, he deleted the retweet. Let's put that out there first. He deleted it because he knew he fucked up. And the next thing you know, he comes back because everybody, all the celebrities, especially white celebrities, were coming out. They had the little black boxes. Yeah, the black boxes. Because Blackout Tuesday. Whatever. Fuck that shit. Anyway, I'm black all day, baby. I don't need a black box. I'm black all day. I don't need a black box. Fuck that shit. Anyway, point of the matter was, he came out with a post later saying, I don't condone the guy watching the news at all in the video, which I have deleted. I unknowingly retweeted it. I want y'all to see my face. You unknowingly retweeted something? Did you butt dial it? Did you look? I'm gonna do you like Did you trip, fall with your phone in your hand and your thumb hit the Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, this motherfucker says, I'm deeply upset. It got on my news feed. I sincerely apologize if anyone was offended. I support Black Lives Matter wholeheartedly. Motherfucker, get out of my face. You do not... you have the You have the unmitigated gall to say you support Black Lives Matter. You don't! You don't! Why are you lying to yourself? Why are you lying to yourself? Why? You don't! The only reason you're saying that shit now, because that WandaVision money got fucked up. Disney, I tell you what happened. Disney put the call in. They were like, yeah, Evan, you out here fucking up. I'm gonna need you to apologize right now. Yeah, because the bag is fucked. The bag is fucked. Matter of fact, we may not be able to recover from this. Look, meanwhile, in the Hall of Realism, John Boyega is out here. My guy look, my guy John the Boy Yeager, he is out here marching, giving speeches. This dude's out here. Look, I don't even know if y'all even did y'all see the pictures? Did y'all see the pictures of my boy John Boyega out here protesting? Did y'all see it? Because my dude was out here. He was out here, literally, I'm talking, look, my dude, look, y'all don't believe it. Y'all don't believe it. My dude was out here. This dude was out here in London protesting for Black Lives Matter. This dude had the megaphone. This dude basically was channeling his character Moses from Attack the Block. But he was actually out here marching, stepping, getting out here saying, you know what? Fuck that shit. He said, I don't care if I fuck the bag up. He said, I don't care if I get blacklisted from Hollywood. He said, I don't care if I never get another role again. He said, this is too important. And you know what? You know what happened? See, okay, Hollywood, this is what happens when you actually show you're a decent human being. Don't do that shit untransparently. And by the way, I know we got some super chats coming through real quick. I want to go ahead and give the shout outs for my guy Lemon Piece coming through with $2 super chat. My guy says, meanwhile, John Boyega putting on for the culture. Goddamn right he was. My guy Rio Grande, a.k.a. Kaz Cow, coming through with the $5 super chat. Says, your platform is truthful for all the blurs. Evan Peters still stuck in his character from American Horror Story Cult. That 2-year recovery break didn't help. Exactly. My God, dude. You know what? This is, I love to see it. I love to see it. We got another one. We got us another one, y'all. Says, Losersaurus comes through with the $8 super chat. Says, been MIA, hope all is well, brother, amongst all this fuckery, but no, I stand with y'all fighting this injustice and love all y'all. Stay excellent, King. Talking about Losersaurus, my guy, out here repping. That's how you do it. LJ Mac 03 coming through with a $20 super chat. Says, appreciate you being the voice of the people. You lead by your actions and are guided by your spirit. Support. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I do. And honestly, for those, and like I know a lot of people didn't like it that I didn't talk about this stuff last week, because honestly, I just didn't want to conflate the two, because, you know, we had other obligations. I was trying to raise money for kids. So I didn't want to get ugly on a show. But right now, we ain't talking about them kids. We talking about some shit that's going on right now. So I can talk some shit now. I am no longer under obligation to play it safe. I can talk some shit. Now, here's my thing. And I want to go back to something the Rio Grande, a.k.a. Kaz Cow, said. That 2-year break, that didn't save you, boy. Like, a lot of people start saying, dude, maybe he really is that. And I'm talking about Evan Peters here. I'm talking about your boy Evan Peters. Evan Peters here. Matter of fact, here, I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. Your boy Evan Peters was out here fucking up the bag. This is him on American Horror Story Cult. Your guy didn't even this guy was out here playing one of these MAGA chuds. One of these fucking MAGA chuds. I'm just like, wow. Interesting. Hashtag shameful. Hey, SFC Cape Killer, thank you for coming through with the $2 super chat. Man, dude, y'all are out here, man. I appreciate it. By the way, we also, dude, I just want to point out, we had passed the goal. We had passed our goal. We are now at $1,140. I just want to throw that out there. And this is coming from, once again, Blerd.com coming through saying, hey, let's just go ahead and tip this thing over with a $150 donation. Dude, I love to see it. I love to see it. I love to see it. Just saying. I'm just saying. Can't once again, cannot say thank you enough for that, because and I want people to understand this. I want people to understand where I am coming from here. The world is literally eating itself apart right now. The world is literally eating itself apart, and all this shit is happening. All this stuff that we're talking about right now. All this stuff, between the issues of the execution of innocent black men and women and children, the issues of people revealing their true colors, whether for good or ill, people revealing who they really are, and not only that, all of this in the midst of a pandemic, for Christ's sakes. All of this in the midst of that. Dude, shit's too wild, man. Shit's too wild. So I just love seeing us come together in these amazing times. And for a common cause. For a common fucking cause. I love to see it. I love to see it. I just saw that. SFC Cape Killer coming through with the $2 super chat. Said new Young Blade movie, John Boyega.
Cut the check.
Love it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Oh, god damn. I am here. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Look, I'm going to go and tell y'all right now, John Boyega is about to get some roles. I'm going to tell you right now, John Boyega, your boy. Look, your boy John Boyega. My guy was out here. I don't know if y'all. First off, I want to ask a question. Because I just want to make sure that y'all motherfuckers know who I'm talking about, goddamn. Because I don't know if y'all know. I don't know if y'all know John Boyega the way that I know John Boyega. I feel like I have. Look, this dude here. Y'all don't believe me. Y'all don't believe me. Goddamn it. That's my guy right there. That's my John Boyega right there. That's the first time I ever saw John Boyega. It was Attack the Block. My guy was out here putting hands on aliens. Look, matter of fact, he ran from aliens. Here, wait a minute. Look, that's my guy right there running from some aliens. Look, I'm going to go to right now. If you have not taken the time to go see that movie, Attack the Block, you need to treat yourself, because that movie is fucking amazing. Okay? That movie is fucking amazing. Let's just go ahead and put it out there. Done. Fuck Star Wars. This shit right here That's my John Boyega. And that's the John Boyega that showed up to them Black Lives Matter protests to motherfucking step up in London, talking that good shit. I guarantee you, you know what your boy did? This motherfucker, like, he was literally saying, I don't care if I don't work in Hollywood again. I don't care if they don't hire me for another Star Wars movie. I don't care if they don't bring me back for more Disney shit. He said, no, I don't give a fuck. Fuck that bag. I'm out here stepping for the right shit. Meanwhile, look, Shamik Moore's cooning ass, and that's right, I said it. What y'all gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? That's right, I talked about your boy Miles Morales. That's right, I talked some shit. Hell, no, I gotta talk about your boy real quick, because while John Boyega's out here fucking the bag up the right way, look at your boy Shamik Moore out here fucking up. Talk about, oh man, if y'all would just act right, police wouldn't kill us. No. Canceled. I don't even believe in cancel culture, but fuck that motherfucker. That's right. I'm gonna talk that shit. I'm gonna talk. No. And you know what? First off, no. If you're pro-police, it doesn't mean you're against Black Lives Matter. Yes, it does, actually. I will conflate the two. I actually will go ahead and say, fuck that shit. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're out here while people are out here protesting, talking about, oh, well, we just don't want to get killed anymore, man. We don't want motherfuckers trying to kill us for living our best lives. And you're here talking about but what about the police? Who's gonna protect them? Dude, fuck you. No. Get that shit the fuck out my face. I will go ahead and tell you right now. Yeah, sure. Are there good cops out there? I'm sure some exist. But here's my thing. And I said this on my personal Facebook. And I didn't give a fuck who saw it. And I have cops who I'm friends with on Facebook. I have friends who are married to cops on my fucking Facebook. And I made sure they all saw it. I said unequivocally, if there are 1,000 bad cops and there are 10 good cops, or no, maybe I had it the other way around. If there are 10 good cops, it can work either way. If there are 10 bad cops and there are 1,000 good cops, no matter which way you slice it, if the good cops don't root out the bad ones, then guess how many cops you have? You have 1,010 bad cops. Period. Doesn't matter how you fucking slice it. It doesn't matter how you fucking slice it. If a good cop will sit there and watch bad cops do bad shit, they're bad cops too. I don't give a fuck how RoboCop they are. I don't give a fuck how much how much good they've done, how much they've done for the community. They went out and they tap danced with the kids. They went out there and they were shooting hoops over, on Fifth Avenue or some shit like that. I don't give a fuck about that. Because if you're sitting here doing that shit, you're out here outreaching with the community. You're out here pop locking with the community. You're out here at the cookout with the community. But your funky ass is sitting up here watching other cops do evil, then you yourself are evil. That whole following orders shit, I was just following orders. You know what? They said that shit during Nazi Germany too. And how did that work out? Fucking Nazis. I don't give a fuck. If you were in the Nazi Socialist Republic, if you were part of the fucking Third Reich, and you sat there and said, oh, well, I was just following orders. Guess what? You are equally as complicit. You are equally as complicit because you allowed evil to persist in your presence. Anyone who personally knows me knows I have fucked up friendships, relationships, because people were doing fucked up shit in my presence. That's why I tell people, man, don't include me in your fuckery because I'm not going to sanction it. I don't give a fuck who you are. And I want people to understand that. I'll go, like I said, I went off on a rant, but I mean, it is what it is. If you are going to sit up here and try and tell me, because I had a motherfucker tell me this shit. He said, well, that's just not a fair statement. Sometimes, a few bad apples don't always spoil the bunch. Bullshit! Okay, first off, okay. Okay, no. First off. A few bad apples. Okay, let's talk. Let's break that. I'm about to go into Hotep mode here. I'm being facetious when I say that. Brother, let me explain to you. Let me break it down for you, brother. Let's break down a few bad apples. No, fuck you. Cops don't get to have a few bad apples. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. Those the three cops, I forget their names, but the main one who executed George Floyd, was it Derek Chauvin? Was his name? Those other motherfuckers? No, fuck that. All of them need to be tried. Capital murder. Capital murder. Done. It's a wrap. I don't give a fuck whether it wasn't premeditated. I don't give... Because here's the thing. I'm going to tell you why. And I did a little research before when all this was going on. And we were talking about how... You can, I think, was it third degree murder is like, accidental, manslaughter, whatever. Second degree murder is, murder, of course, you killed somebody. And then first degree is like, oh, you premeditated the shit. No, I don't give a fuck about that. I want capital murder charges. Everybody needs to be tried capital murder. And I'm going to tell you why, because you're a fucking cop. You knew better. You knew better. You are a fucking cop. Fuck this shit that they did, because they're trying to treat this shit like, what was it, Brock Turner? Was it Brock Turner? I believe it was Brock Turner. Brock Turner was the guy that raped the girl, and they said, oh, we don't want to ruin his life over a simple mistake. It wasn't a simple fucking mistake. You know what a simple mistake is? A simple mistake is, I forgot to set my alarm last night, so I was late for work. That's a simple mistake. Putting, and I'm going to be graphic here, forcefully fucking someone who doesn't want to be fucked, that's rape. And you've ruined her life. So this cop, he put his knee on someone's neck and forcefully took their life. I would say a life is irrevocably ruined if you take it. That's not a simple mistake. Matter of fact, he kept his knee on the back of that man's neck, even after he was already visibly very dead. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Not all cops. Get the fuck out of here. Dismissed. By the way, Decimation Studios, LLC, thank you so much. By the way, for those who don't remember or weren't here for the show, but Decimation Studios, the creators of Decimation Earth, we had them on, I believe it was a couple of weeks ago. Thank you all so much for the $224.99 super chats. You are awesome. Thank you guys so much. And just chef's kiss. Y'all are great. Man, also go check out their YouTube channel. That is actually their YouTube channel, Decimation Studios LLC. Make sure y'all go check that shit out, because they're starting to put some content up on there. And I'm sorry. I went off on a whole other thing. But anyway, this motherfucker right here, Shameik Moore, y'all gonna need to find a new Miles Morales. Okay? Y'all gonna need to find a new Miles Morales. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want to hear that motherfucker's voice no more. And it pisses me off, because I really like Shameik Moore. This motherfucker tried to say, oh, Rosa... This dude started talking shit about Rosa Parks, too. I was like, brother, are you off your medication? Do you take medication that we aren't aware of, and you just decided one day to stop taking that shit? Because, motherfucker, you talking some bullshit. But no, recast that motherfucker. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. I don't really want to see another Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and hear that motherfucker's voice. Sorry, don't want to. And you know what? Really fucking liked you, man. I liked you as Miles Morales. But you know what? You catching these. Bye. Boy, bye. That's what you catching. Motherfucker. But no, dude, I can't stand that shit. Yeah, it's about that Rosa should have taken a cab bullshit. Man, get the fuck out of here. Dude, no, fuck that motherfucker. Canceled. Done. Get him out of here. And you know what, while we're talking about fuck shit in Hollywood, fuck shit in Hollywood, motherfuckers, like, I don't know how many of y'all know this story. This is something I actually recently found out because I was following Ava DuVernay. But they were talking about, y'all know the movie Selma. That was about Martin Luther King. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The cast, when the movie was made, the cast they had. This actually, I can't remember if this made headlines or not. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I'm not really 100% sure if this made as big a headlines as people talked about. But the cast of Selma, they had all worn "I Can't Breathe" T-shirts in protest of the death of. I think at the time was when Eric Garner was executed. Like I said, once again, not even the first time something like this has happened. We're talking about George Floyd. Eric Garner was another one they had done this to. The whole knee to the back of the neck thing. They suffocated this man for what? Nothing. But basically, what happened was they wore "I Can't Breathe" T-shirts. The whole entire cast did in support of Eric Garner. And David Oyelowo, who plays Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in this movie, he had come out and said that during the build up to the Oscars, that he was told that they were rocking the boat and that they were being that they were shaking things up too much. They were shaking it up too much. Oh, y'all doing too much. Y'all doing way too much. Y'all are making it hot. Y'all are making the block too hot for us. And they were told by people who vote on what movies get nominated and what movies win, and they basically told David Oyelowo and Ava DuVernay that they would not vote for the movie Selma because of the fact that they wore those "I Can't Breathe" T-shirts in support of Eric Garner. And that's why you like I see somebody just said, I just saw TJ Youssef said, Chesko. I just saw Chesko say, why the fuck didn't Selma win everything? That's why. That is why. Because people saw what they were doing. People, and I don't know if I don't. Here, let me see if I can actually find it. Let me see if I can actually find it. Yeah, this is it. This is it right here. Hold up. This was the cast right here. They all wore "I Can't Breathe" T-shirts and had their hands up. And this got them all in trouble. This got them blackballed at the Academy Awards. I apologize for that. I usually have my phone silenced or on vibrate, but forgot. Anyway, sorry. Apologies. But this right here, these people were out here talking about trying to end police brutality, end, inequality. And how did Hollywood respond? Behind closed doors? Behind closed doors, I mind you. Oh, y'all are rocking the boat. We can't have that. So you're blackballed. We're not gonna have you. We're not gonna vote for your little movie. We're not gonna vote for your little movie. I'm sorry, but y'all are doing too much. Nah, not doing enough. Not doing enough. Y'all should have voted for that movie 10 times over as a result of that. That's what should have happened. Because you know what pisses me off? What pisses me off about that is all these people talk about, oh, Dr. Martin Luther King. Why can't y'all just be like Dr. Martin Luther King? Why can't you all just be like MLK? He was safe. Why can't you all just peacefully protest? Meanwhile, you want us to act like Dr. King when y'all didn't even listen to Dr. King back when he was still alive, before he was assassinated. And now you want us to act like Dr. King? Now, my guy? And on top of that, you're triggered when motherfuckers are doing shit like this. What? Get the fuck. Keep that same energy. Keep that same fucking energy. You know what? I'm so glad right now. Hollywood is getting torn asunder right now because all these motherfuckers. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you are a celebrity, and I don't know if any celebrities are in this chat, but if you are a celebrity and you done said or done some fuck shit, and you're coming out here talking about some, well, I believe that Black Lives Matter, and the next thing you know, somebody comes like, oh, really? You do? Oh, baby, I got receipts for you. Because what was it, the bitch from Glee? Was it Leah Michelle? Here, I want to put that bitch on blast. Hold on. I want to put that bitch on blast. Hold on. Because I can't stand that heifer. Yeah, I can't stand Leah Michelle, so we're going to put this bitch on blast. Yeah, I want motherfuckers to know who the fuck I'm talking about. I want y'all to know who this bitch is. Hold the phone. I want y'all to see this bitch. Because she was out here talking that Fox News. So this bitch right here. That's Leah Michelle right there, by the way, from Glee. She was coming out telling some, I believe that Black Lives Matter. Yeah, I bet you do, sweetie. I bet you do. Next thing you know, come to find out, she got beef. Look, and I love the juxtaposition here in the pictures, but I think it was Samantha Marie Ware came out and said, oh, that's funny. That's so funny. You believe Black Lives Matter, but I seem to remember a different story when we worked on Glee together. Interesting. Very interesting. You made my life a living hell, is what I believe Samantha Marie Ware said while she was on, when she responded to Leah Michelle's comments about Black Lives Matter. She said, I seem to remember you tried to make my life a living hell and force me into quitting. So apparently, you do not believe that Black lives actually matter. I'm just here for it. I'm here for it. I love the look on her face. She's like, yeah, bitch, you thought. Bitch, you thought. I love to see it, man. I love to see it. You know what? First off, you know what? I don't even... You know what? Here. I wasn't going to talk bad about her, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and fucking talk bad about her because you know what? I'm equal opportunity out here. I want y'all to know. I'm going to call us out when we out here cooning. Well, you stepping fetching it for these white folks. But your girl Trina out here fucking up. Your girl Trina's out here fucking up, y'all. Y'all know Trina, Trick Daddy, all of them? Yeah. Trina. That Trina. She out here fucking up. Was on an interview. Was it an interview or was it a stream? She said that, oh, here it is right here. So she said that, this was actually her, this was one of the, this was a radio interview, I believe it was. So she was on there basically, she was calling for curfew. and saying that they needed to keep everybody off the streets, keep these animals off the street. Look, Trick Daddy, like, I know you didn't say that shit. I know you didn't say that shit on with me on here. You fucking my bag up, bitch. I'm just saying. Trina out here fucking up. Oh, man. The Darth AP Rebirth coming through the $4.99 super chat saying, please, Blerd, expose everybody. Look, hey, if I can, I will. We're going to put these motherfuckers on blast. Now, I will go ahead and say, Trina did walk that statement back. And it's actually up here above. Let's see. It says, the Diamond Princess explained that her previous comments seemingly likening protesters to animals weren't directed at black people who are working to bring about change. She says, I'm not going to say black people are animals, but I didn't say, hey, all of my people, I'm not talking to you. First off, bitch, you know what you said. You know what you said. Fuck you. I'm just... Dude, fuck that bitch, man. Dude, Trina ain't shit. I'm gonna go and just say it right now. First of all, remember, when was the last hit? Trina, when was your last hit? I'll wait. What you doing? Honey, what is you doing? You fucking up. You can't be out here like this. Like, she's been trying to walk all this shit back, and I'm like, baby girl, it's too late. You canceled, baby. You done. I didn't look. I already hit the button. I already hit the button on you. Sorry. Oh, no. We ain't done yet. We ain't done yet. We ain't done yet. Apparently, I'm gonna be honest. I don't fucks with Riverdale like that. The CW show, the one that's based on the Archie comic strip, loosely based on the Archie comic strip, because it's more of a dark, edgier take on the Archie comic. But there is an actress by the name of Vanessa Morgan who plays Tony Topaz on Riverdale, and she came out and said something. She came out and said that the show basically treats black characters like sidekicks. And basically, it says Riverdale star Vanessa Morgan, who plays Tony Topaz in the CW series, called out the show's handling of its black characters on social media. Says, I'm not being quiet anymore, she wrote. She said, hashtag Black Lives Matter. She attached the image with a longer message that read, tired of how black people are portrayed in media. Tired of us being portrayed as thugs, dangerous, or angry, scary people. Tired of us also being used as sidekick, non-dimensional characters to our white leads. Or only used in the ads for diversity, but not actually in the show. It starts with the media. I'm not being quiet anymore. Now, the reason why she says that is because if you ever catch one of those CW sizzle reels, they do often like to, put the black people out front. Like, the, whoa, whoa. Like, they make sure all the black people out there in front when they do the little, dare to defy. Like, they make sure all the black people are out front when they do that bullshit. Like, I remember when Mr. Terrific was on air, they make sure Mr. Terrific would be like Mr. Terrific would turn around and just be like they do that shit. But then your ass is barely on the show, but they want to make sure motherfuckers know black people are on it. Fuck you, CW. Like, I see you. I see you. I see you. But no, oh my god. By the way, real quick, I don't want to do this in the middle of this, but hey, we got more donations. I had to point it out. I gotta point it out. Sorry, I meant to do this a while ago, but I was in a mood. But Absolute Venom came through with the $60. The $60 donation said had to even out that number, not even asking for a reward. Man, that's Mike. Y'all just out here. God damn it. Conway Bergdog coming through with the $100 donation. And Ruben Hart coming through with the $25 donation says, Blerd, thank you for always keeping it real and not being afraid to speak your mind. Keeping that Rolodex rolling on them receipts, brother. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Do thank all of you for those donations, by the way. Like I said, this is not, it's not a game. It's not a game. It's not a game. We're trying to make change here. We're trying to make change, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I feel like I have done a disservice in the past because a lot of people say, "Oh, I just don't like it when you get political." Why does it always have to be about socioeconomic growth? Why does it have to be about equity? Why can't it just be about people? Why does it have to be black? No, it's got to be, because you know what? Shit like this proves it. Shit like what's going on, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland, Philando Castile, Eric Garner, Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin. Just going down the list. You just go down the list. The list is too fucking long. I'm sorry, just it is what it is. It is what it is. The list of innocent black men and women who have been literally executed. And not even just executed. Let's step aside from that. Not even just that, the lack of justice behind it. Yeah, we gotta keep it black. So I'm sorry if anyone is offended by the fact that I'm sorry, it's gonna be black, and I'm gonna be talking about black shit. If you are offended, I'm not sorry. It's not a thing. I'm not going to. I'm not going to apologize for being black. I'm not gonna apologize for repping what I believe in. My people. I'm not gonna apologize for that. I'm sorry. I mean, I apologize for not saying I'm sorry. I might not even do that shit. Fuck that. But I'm actually trying to go back and see if I can even find that picture that was shared. Or actually, I take that back. It wasn't even a picture. It was a fucking video. Well, there was a video as well, but yeah, there's too many. There's too many names that are on this list that is not. I'm sorry, but there's so many people. Like, there's so many names. There are literally hundreds of names, and most of them, I would say 99.9% of them have literally received zero justice, zero fucking justice. That if that don't tell it, I don't know what will. Okay. Yeah, that won't. If that doesn't tell the story, I really don't know. I don't really know how to fix it for you. I really don't. But getting back to it, Yeah, because it doesn't end with Vanessa Morgan in so much, but she actually did go on to say that her role on Riverdale has nothing to do with my fellow classmates. They don't write the show, so no need to attack them. They don't call the shots, and I know they have my back. Don't even get me started with how Riverdale treated the Pussycats. Former Melody Valentine actor Asha Bromfield replied. She said, "We had so much more to contribute than standing in the background and adding sass to a storyline." And this is just one in a long line of many complaints that people had about, the character's usage on the show. Because basically, you go on to you go into some of these these complaints, and the next thing you know, the Riverdale series creator has come out and said something in response to Vanessa Morgan's comments, basically releasing a statement. Or not, so a statement in the form of a tweet that basically saying, "We hear Vanessa." This is coming from Roberto. I'm gonna fuck his name up as Aguirre Sacasa. I suck at pronouncing things. Anyway, y'all know this. He says, "We hear Vanessa. We love Vanessa. She's right. We're sorry, and we make the same promise to you that we did to her. We will do better to honor her and the character she plays, as well as all of our actors and characters of color. Change," in all caps and bold, "is happening and will continue to happen. Riverdale will get bigger, not smaller. Riverdale will be a part of the movement, not outside it. All of the Riverdale writers made a donation to at Black Lives Matter LA, but we know where the work must happen for us, in the writer's room." Now, that's a really pretty statement. That's a really pretty statement. Very pretty statement. But would the fact that it had to be made, really? You shouldn't have to say it. It shouldn't even have been said. You should have been doing this from the start. The CW always feigns diversity, but doesn't actually do diversity. I'm just gonna be honest. And you know what? Look, I feel like if you comb through all those CW shows, and I'm not just talking about the Arrowverse shows, whatever. I'm talking about all their actual shows. And that's not even just CW. You can go through countless other networks. That's how you see black people portrayed. They are the sidekick. They're a character who just kind of pops in and out. Kind of around. You're somebody's best friend. Who they wheel out every now and again to prove that, oh, hey, we have diversity. We're not racist. Fine. But, it's like, it is what it is. I'm sorry. It's one of those things where you can say all you want about how you're going to fix it, but until I actually see that change, and I'm also going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. Now, if they actually make a concerted effort, okay. Am I going to watch the show now all of a sudden because now they're not writing characters as second-class citizens or as ancillary, just off to the side on the periphery characters? No, probably not, because Riverdale's a fine show, I'm sure, but it's just not my thing. Not to mention, I'm not going to give you brownie points for doing something you should have been doing from the jump. Let's see. Bonnie Bennett? No. Don't wheel out Bonnie Bennett on me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't. Please don't wheel out Bonnie, the character who literally spent most of the first season of Vampire Diaries just what the fuck did she do? They always had that heifer doing some dumb shit. Maybe they fixed her after season 3, but I gave up on that show after season 3 because I was like, this show's garbage. Sorry. I mean, yeah, is it the progenitor to Twilight? Yeah, sure, but that don't make it good because Twilight is garbage too. No, I don't like the way Bonnie Bennett was portrayed at all, not one bit. But I will say that you'll get the one CW show I'll give credit, Black Lightning. Oh, but it's written by black people. I mean, I would give Flash some credit if for no other reason than you have like 2 black characters who are in prominent positions. But even then, one of those characters is written very well and competently. And the other one, let's see here. I would say the other one would probably be, for lack of a better way to put it, Iris West, though I love her as a character, and I think that she's written about as well as one could possibly hope to for a CW show that's written mostly by white people. I would go as far as to say that no, because they kind of wrote her, it's not that they write her poorly. They write her inconsistently. And that's actually a problem with women in TV, period. Black women specifically, but really, you think about any good TV show. Any good TV show that has a female, like a woman in a role of prominence. I always like to point to the show Breaking Bad. When I used to watch Breaking Bad, and I was even one of these people, I'll admit it, the character of Skyler. And once again, we're talking about a woman of prominence on a show where the main character on any other TV show would be the bad guy. On any other show would probably be the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Like Skyler on Breaking Bad. A lot of people hated Skyler. Like, oh my God, why would you let Walter be great? But here's the problem with Skyler. She wasn't wrong. Walter White is a bad person. I mean, yeah, did he start out with noble means? Sure, but it became about ego, and it became about becoming a criminal empire and being a meth kingpin. He stopped giving a shit about his family deep down. I mean, did he still care about him? Yeah, sure, but it stopped being about providing for his family and saving his life or trying to prolong his life as long as he can so he can set his family up. The thing is, Skyler was not incorrect about how she felt about Walter White. But because he is the protagonist, people hated her because it made her look like the bad guy. But if we're really thinking about it, on any other TV show, Walter White would be the villain. And that's just me being 100 about it. And that's kind of just an example of how women are written poorly. Walking Dead, same thing. Lori, she was written poorly. Most women on The Walking Dead are written poorly, save for... the one chick. And she was actually written awfully at first to begin with. Like, they all start off written awfully. And then somewhere down the road, Carol, that's her name. Carol, written so awfully at first. And then eventually over time, she became a badass. But yeah, it is what it is. Like, a lot of these women actresses, whatever, they are written awfully until they're not. And that's kind of the struggle. Yeah. Off on a tangent, but I had a point. Let's see here. We got, look, I see here we got we got super chat parties going off left and right. We got Extra coming through with a $5 super chat. Says, keep it 1,000 E&S for black on black crime. Black people get convicted and sent away for 20 to life. So anyone with that BS excuse can kiss my ass. And I agree. Because you know what? You never hear people talk about white on white crime. And not because it doesn't happen. Just saying. Got Carlos Johnson coming through with 2 super chats. Got $4.99 super chat and another $4.99 super chat. Says, please cover Sam Wilson, Captain America 2015 issues 10 through 13 with those super cops. That's not a chip on my shoulder. That's your foot on my neck. Malcolm, dude. Yeah, you know what? I tell you what. I can make that happen. I will make that happen. Matter of fact, let's put it. I will. Where is my notebooks? You know what? We'll just write it on this. Because it's right here. Sam Wilson. Consider it done. All right, and we got Eric M. coming through with the $5 super chat. Says, I have black friends who dislike Black Lives Matter because Black Lives Matter will yell for George Floyd, but not a peep for David Dorn. Any thoughts on this? Well, I mean, here's the thing. So, I know a lot of people, because this wasn't just a criticism. Un momento, por favor. Because one must blow his... Apologies. Had to blow nose. But no, so this was something that actually came up during the very early stages of all the, you know, the fuss and muss over George Floyd. Now, here's the thing about that. A lot of people brought up the whole thing like, oh, well, why are you not, why are people not talking about, Breonna Taylor? Why aren't people talking about Breonna Taylor? Why is no one talking about her? Why is nobody talking about Sandra Bland? Where was all this energy when this happened? Here's the thing. I think it has less to do with Black Lives Matter and more to do with just what people pick up on. Now, granted, Black Lives Matter could be held to account for making sure that people do address these other names. And honestly, I think they try. But the thing is, the people grabbed a hold of George Floyd and ran with it. Because it's one of those situations where, in the case of, what happened in Ferguson, what happened with Philando Castile, what happened with Eric Garner, what happened with various and sundry other, Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin. Sometimes the zeitgeist is just right. Sometimes things hit a fever pitch. Breonna Taylor was, if I'm not mistaken, was months ago. And people were outraged, but I think also at the same time, I think Breonna Taylor kind of happened around the same time as I forget the, I hate that I'm blanking on his name, but the gentleman, the man who was murdered much like Breonna Taylor, murdered in his own apartment because the police officers just assumed it was her place. The one where the guy, the man's brother gave her a hug and forgave her because Jesus or whatever. I'm sorry, I don't believe in shit like that. I just don't. I'm like, look, that bitch is evil. Fuck her. I ain't hugging the bitch. If my wife hugged the motherfucker who killed me, I'd come back and haunt her for the rest of her life till she fucking died. I'm not, and she knows that. That's just real. I have told her that myself. When I saw that, she was like, this motherfucker. I said, if you hug the motherfucker who kills me, I will come back and I will kill you. But no. But the whole thing with David Dorn, that's another story because I think in the midst of everything, because, David Dorn, if I'm not mistaken, was a police officer. And right now, the thing is, the story surrounding that is kind of weird. It's spoopy. Largely because people said, oh, he was killed by looters. But I don't know the full story on it. I'll be brutally honest with you. I don't know the full story of what happened to the guy. The details, honestly, are kind of all over the place. And right now, I think it was just one of those things. It was just easier for all of Twitter to get behind the death of George Floyd since it was fresh in everybody's head. David Dorn's happened after the fact. And honestly, it wouldn't matter what they said about David Dorn. And I don't think it's not that they haven't said anything about David Dorn. I just think that it's being drowned out by all the other stuff about George Floyd just because that kind of is a hashtag now. I mean, David Dorn's a cop. And I mean, I'll be the first one to say it. I hate it for him that he died. You know, I hate it for him that that he's gone. But I don't know all the details surrounding the instance of his death. So I can't really say anything. Other than the fact that the wave of, outrage and injustice came before he died. And he died as a result of that, that wave of injustice. But the thing is, here's my thing. When people start talking about, people looting, here's the deal with that. They're like, because they paint this picture as though only the black people were looting. There were white people, Mexican people, Asian people, everybody was looting. And the looting wasn't even incited by Black Lives Matter. That was incited by, there were other people who were inciting that. There's a reason why pallets of bricks were just conveniently laying around in places where protests were going to be taking place. There's shit that goes deeper than what may be on the surface level. So I would say if you're one of those people who wants to be outraged about something, be outraged about that. Like I said, I hate it for the guy. I hate that he died, but I mean, honestly, I don't really know all the details. So until I have more details, what can I say? I mean, hell, let's talk about the black trans person that got the shit kicked out of them. While we're at it, you want to talk about that? I didn't think so. Because people don't care. Because it doesn't suit what they want. And that person was beat to shit by a bunch of black men. Just saying. So, are we talking about them? Nobody talks about it because it doesn't fit the narrative. It just doesn't. And a lot of times, often, it doesn't. Because of one reason or another. And I think that sucks. I think that sucks wholeheartedly. But, I mean, yeah. You can't really blame one group of people because something didn't hit the cultural zeitgeist the way that you want it to. And I'll be brutally honest with you, man. And this isn't anything towards David Dorn, but my experience with cops, black, white, brown, and any other color in the spectrum has never been good. Actually, I'll be brutally honest. I've had worse experiences with black cops than white cops. Actually, almost every awful experience I've ever had with a cop was with a black one. Now, typically, the cops that are in question, more often than not, typically tend to be white. The guy that shot Philando Castile wasn't. And hell, all the guys that aided and abetted Derek Chauvin weren't all white. One of them was Asian. It just is what it is. It's a police problem. It's less a color problem it's a color problem to them, but for us, it's all of them. Hell, outside of an apartment downtown, a friend of a friend of mine posted a video of a bunch of cops getting ready to go down and beat the dog shit out of protesters. Most of them were black. and the ones leading the charge trying to amp up the other officers to beat the shit out of protesters, they were black. So, if you want to talk about black on black crime, that's the only black on black crime I'll talk about. It's black cops persecuting black people. That's the only black on black crime that exists to me. And, you know, people can feel how they want to feel about it. So, it just is what it is. But, anyways, and, I mean, like I said, I'll be brutally honest. I know a lot of people are going to be mad. I see some people dipped out because they're in their feelings. They're pissed off. They're upset at me. They feel like I have shit in their cereal, and that's okay. But, my energy my energy can be accused of a lot of things. Being inconsistent is not one of them. Anyway, let's, you know what? I want to keep let's keep it going. Let's talk about another problem. The Punisher. Let's talk about the problem of the Punisher. And it has been an issue. It has been an issue for some time. It's an issue that has been kind of toiling, boiling, coming to a fever pitch for quite some time. And somewhere in there, at some point, maybe, I can only hope, it will get fixed. It'll get addressed. But the Punisher has become a subject of criticism as of late. Largely because of an issue with the skull, the logo. Police as well as military. I find this even more scary. Military, man, maybe less scary, because I probably would find it less scary if not for the fact that they are trying. They're trying to get the military involved, but I know they wear it for different reasons, similar but different, whatever. But it's police specifically that bother me. When I see a police officer, and that police officer has the skull, has appropriated the skull symbol of the Punisher, I get a little concerned. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about. Police officers have co-opted the Punisher logo for their own meaning. They have taken it, put their version of the flag on it. With the blue line, the one blue line, everything else is black and white. And shades of gray. Which is funny in and of itself. But, and actually it's so funny that I talked about this not that long ago on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, I've been very active lately. Instagram, not so much. Because I just don't fuck with Instagram like that. But anyway. You look at this skull. I don't want to run into a cop who has that on his arm, on his sleeve, on his car, whatever. I'm sorry. I just don't want to. And the reason why is because a police officer who is wearing that symbol, that's not a cop to me. That's not someone who should be a cop, because they have missed the point. Here, let's see here. Jerry Conway actually had something to say about this. He's had a lot to say about this, actually. Not just with in light of the recent just not in light of some of the recent stuff, but right here I actually have the quote right here. Jerry Conway, he came out and said, any cop who wears a Punisher logo in his official capacity is identifying law enforcement with an outlaw. These cops, quotey fingers, are a disgrace to serious police officers everywhere. They show an imbecilic level of irresponsibility and should be fired immediately. And I don't disagree with those. If you don't know who Jerry Conway is the creator of the Punisher. Jerry Conway once famously said that the Punisher is an indictment of the criminal justice system and law enforcement. He is not to be idolized by the police. The Punisher represents a failure of law enforcement. And yet there are police officers who use this skull as a symbol of solidarity. I don't jive with that. I don't jive with that. And the reason why is because I'm gonna be real with y'all. I was already terrified of police before all this. I was terrified of police even before Philando Castile, even before Tamir Rice. I was terrified of police long before that because I have had so many bad experiences with police. And I say so many, makes it sound like I've run in with the cops like 20 million times. I've actually only really had, at most, in my 37, almost 38 years of life, probably no more than 5 actual meaningful, and when I say meaningful, I don't mean good, but I mean actual, like, countable, actual instant, like encounters with police that I would actually say were over something more than a traffic stop. And in every last single one of those encounters, I feared for my life. Because the police treated me like I was some kind of a criminal terrorist. Like I was public enemy number 1. And in all of these instances, maybe with the exception of one, I had done nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. I was literally just living, existing. I remember driving with a friend of mine, oddly enough, a guy who is associated with Public Enemy. And he and I were driving from a girl's house that I was dating. White girl, mind you. And we were driving back from her place to go to my place. It was me, him, her, and one of her friends. And he and I were in the front seat. They were in the back seat. And a police car followed us. And for those of you who are from Memphis, you'll know what I'm talking about. This police car followed us from all the way down Germantown Parkway, about roughly into like vaguely kind of almost Collierville territory. Follows all the way from there, all the way down into Nutbush, Jackson Avenue, borderline almost to Austin P Highway. And finally pulled us over. And didn't come to my window. I'm the one driving. Bypassed my window. He went to the back, seat. He went to the rear driver's side window and asked the girl I was dating if there was any trouble, that if she was okay. Never said a word to me. And when I actually tried to say something like, hey, I'm the one driving, he basically took his little nightstick and he didn't hit my car and he didn't hit me, but he kind of like flicked it at me, like it's his kind of way to let me know that I needed to shut the fuck up. So yeah, fuck the police. Fuck them, okay? Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, of course, Jerry Conway's doing some other good stuff too. He's actually trying to organize a fundraiser for Black Lives Matter, which is, once again, I'm here for it. He's called on artists of color, black artists specifically. Matter of fact, here's one of his tweets here talking about it. He says, I'm looking for young comic book artists of color who'd like to participate in a small fundraising project for Black Lives Matter to reclaim the Punisher skull as a symbol of justice rather than lawless police oppression. Respond and follow so we can DM. And, you know, he's doing what he can. That is somebody putting their time and their money where their mouth is how I feel about that. But, and the fans of Marvel have come out and said stuff about this. Will Marvel do something? Can Marvel do something? Marvel has responded that they are going to take it seriously. They have actually come out and said that, yes, we are going to take any misappropriation of the Punisher logo very seriously in these times. And the thing is, that while that in and of itself is just lip service, I do want to point out Marvel has been aware of this. They've been aware of this because they have to approve all the different storylines that they do. They know that cops are misappropriating the Punisher logo because Matthew Rosenberg, I believe it was, on his Punisher run did a storyline about it. As a matter of fact, this is it right here. This is actually a panel from said storyline where Punisher is tearing up the Punisher logo that a police officer had. And basically, this is it. He says, I'll say this once. We're not the same. You took an oath to uphold the law. You help people. I gave all that up a long time ago. You don't do what I do. Nobody does. You boys need a role model. His name is Captain America, and he'd be happy to have you. And I'm trying not to get emotional, honestly. I really am. I'm trying really hard. But it's difficult. It's difficult. Because we shouldn't have to tell police officers that. Should be a thing. Man, by the way, I want to give shout out Reggie Simmons coming through with $20 super chat. Just came through and say, hey, we got you, fam. We Being Geeky coming through with a $5 super chat. Says, did you read that new Ironheart? What did you think about the new writer? We have 4 writers of her so far, and the tones change each time. Yeah, but I'm gonna go on a limb and say that you are talking about the was it Ironheart? Was it 2020? I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm kind of on the fence. I think I personally prefer Eve Ewing. Personally, if I can have it my way, you know, my way or the highway. If I could have it my way or the highway, I would probably rather be Eve Ewing that's writing Ironheart than anyone else. And that's just me. I could be wrong. I'm not saying that, my way is the right way, whatever. But I want to say, I thought that Evel Ewing wrote that one, but I think it actually was written by somebody else. That was Vita Ayala. Vita Ayala and Danny Lore, which, writers of color. If I'm not mistaken, both black writers. But yeah, I think if I had to say, I prefer Evel Ewing up to this point. If it's up to me, if it's my pick, I think I kind of prefer. I think she kind of hit the mark a little bit closer to what I prefer. Don't get me wrong, I love Vita Ayala, but I love David Lore. But yeah, it's a personal preference on my part. Carlos Johnson coming through with the $14.99 super chat says, thanks fam. For those who consider themselves allies, the sidelines are not an option anymore. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Martin Luther King Jr. Yes, that is correct. And thank you, Carlos Johnson. Thank you. That is 1,000%. That's 1,000% true. What was it? There was a quote that Fox News, someone on Fox News, I believe it was, had misappropriated. Let's see. It was, I think it was about the moderate white. It was a quote about basically, basically they were misquoting, misappropriating, misusing, his words, and it just like, no. But basically, it was one of the things I believe he said was, the ultimate measure of a person is not where one stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where one stands in times of challenge and controversy. Which was, it was technically aimed at white moderates who basically sat on the sideline. He actually talked about how the white moderate was more dangerous in a lot of cases than people who were openly racist. Because white moderates had no stance. They typically just kind of were like, eh. But Ultimate Boosell said, dropped the $1.99 super chat just saying, I just want everyone to be safe out here. And I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I want everybody to be safe. If you're going out protesting, please wear a mask. Not just because there's a pandemic going on still, but also protect your identity. Because cops will use that against you. Also, if... and I believe I talked about this on one of the last streams that I did on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Blerd Without Fear. You can find me Blerd Without Fear pretty much anywhere. But we were talking about cops using rubber bullets against protesters. Be careful because these cops are not using rubber bullets correctly. And I don't know if any of you know how rubber bullets work. But I want you guys to understand what is being shot at you. If you're going to be going out here. These are rubber bullets. They are not small. Rubber bullets are not the size of regular bullets. I think that's something people don't think about when they hear the term rubber bullets. Rubber bullets are actually quite large, and they are not meant to be fired directly at a person. Rubber bullets are not supposed to be directly fired at anyone. As a matter of fact, try to see if I can find it. I can't seem to locate the image. But, there was an image that was circulating on Facebook, I believe it was. Here it is. Found it. And I just want the image. I don't want all this other shit. There we go. This is how rubber bullets are meant to be used. They're not supposed to be fired directly at a person. You are supposed to bounce them off of a surface, specifically the ground, and then let it hit them. That way, the velocity of it kind of comes down. But what cops are doing is they're actually firing them directly at people and aiming for their heads, which in a lot of cases could kill you. Rubber bullets are supposed to be non-lethal, but they actually can be quite lethal. But they're supposed to be used from 36 to 72 yards. Cops have been firing them from distances less than 30 yards. It even says here, rubber bullets have more than enough force to fracture your skull, sending fragments of bone into your brain, causing cranial bleeding, and that will kill you. Bullets that strike the orbital socket have the force to completely destroy the eye and penetrate the brain, causing death. And it says here, since its adoption by police forces around the U.S. and the world, rubber bullets have killed 3% of those they injure, and hundreds have been permanently blinded by it. Matter of fact, there were quite a few people who were permanently blinded over the course of this past week. So, the more you know. Is what it is. Let's see here. Exactly. I agree. If they were normal size, they would pierce the skin. However, the way cops are using them, they're still doing that. So, I know that we started out with a lot of people in here. We started out with almost, I think, what was it? I'm looking at the analytics here. What was it? Our peak. At our peak, we were at, 189, 190 some odd people. I noticed because I started speaking the truth. I started saying things that hit a little close to home. Some people are upset. There's some people who are in their feelings right now, and that's okay. Be in your feelings. Be mad. Because you know what? I would rather you be mad than be indifferent. I say this all the time. I would rather you be pissed at me for speaking the truth than be indifferent to me speaking the truth. Because you know what that tells me? That tells me that if you're mad because I told you something that was a fact, something's true, something challenges your belief system, I'd rather you be angry. I would actually rather you be like, hey, I never thought of it that way before. Let me reevaluate how I feel. I'd rather you feel that way. But you being angry lets me know that you actually know what I'm saying is true. You just don't want to admit it to yourself. And eventually at some point, maybe you will. So, I am not going to apologize for hurting your feelings. Okay? I'm not going to apologize. Now, if I was actually out of pocket on something, if someone believes that I spoke incorrectly, that they felt that I was coming from a place of just disingenuousness, if you felt I was wrong about something, if you felt that I was cruel or that I was defaming, or that that I had miscolored the situation, please, by all means, hold me accountable. Hold my feet to the fire. I am no one special. I put on my pants one leg at a time, same as anybody else. I have to piss and shit just like everybody else. I breathe air just like everybody else. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not anybody special. I'm just a dude. I'm just a guy. But if I'm just telling you the truth, you can't be mad at me for that. So, anyway, happy fun times, everybody. Happy fun times. Hey, I am glad you are here too, Raven. I'm glad you are here too. Thank you. Like I said, I appreciate any and all of those who are following. Please, I love that you're here. I think it's great. Whether it's 2 of us or 10 million of us, I don't care. I honestly, in a lot of times when we do these Blerd Cave streams, a lot of times I don't notice who all's here until the end of the show. And by who all's here, I mean how many. Unless, occasionally I look up and see, oh, hey, we got so-and-so number of people. Hey, Chesko, I appreciate you being here. And I'm glad that I'm glad that you enjoyed. So, love you back. But yeah. And you know what? Vireen70, I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see, was it Produce Justice? Yes. Yes. The Castle. Yes, you are correct. And I actually think it's a movie that people should watch if you want to know. If you want to see what rubber bullets could do, go look. Also, I want to implore you, if you are, looking for something to do later, the movie Selma is streaming free on all platforms, I believe. So if you have not seen the movie Selma, please, by all means, treat yourself. I am probably going to watch it with my daughter later, just because, she needs to learn. Also, I believe the movie Just Mercy, I believe it's called Just Mercy. Let me double check that before I speak out of turn. Yes, Just Mercy is, and this is a movie that's, if I'm not mistaken, has this is it. Jamie Foxx, Michael B. Jordan, and Brie Larson. Just Mercy is also going to be, it actually is streaming free. You can rent it. You can rent that bad boy on just about any streaming service, as far as I am aware. Ooh, cool. Hey, Blackheart, thank you. I don't know if you're in here right now, but I'm gonna send you the invite for the Tiltify to join the team here. I'm gonna send that to you right now, as a matter of fact, because I'm that dude. And here, let's copy. Here, delete that one. Invite. Send. I have sent it. Blackheart, I don't know if you're in here right now, but Blackheart, if you are in here right now, I have just sent you the invite to join the campaign. So there you go. Yeah, Deckervim says, yeah, if you've ever been shot by a pellet gun, think of that. Just the pellet is the size of a brick, and that's how bad a rubber bullet can be. He is 100% right. Hey, Snack Crumbs coming through with a $5 super chat says, how do we go about forming a new Milestone Media? Hoping and waiting for DC to do something with Earth M seems pointless. Well, the good news is they are going to do something, though. It probably won't be DC. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they are actually doing something separate now. Milestone, the rights and everything, Dennis Cohen, Reggie Hudlin, and company, I believe they have all gotten the rights back from that. They just haven't done anything yet because right now they don't have. I think there's still some NDA stuff going on and some stuff going on behind the scenes they haven't worked out yet with the McDuffie estate. But that is supposed to be a thing that's coming up. That is supposed to be a thing that's going to be coming up. Hey, Rio Grande, a.k.a. Kaz Cal, coming through with that good energy, said, with the $20 super chat. My guy says, keep talking that talk. If they feel uneasy, then welcome and have that Mr. Nancy energy from American Gods. Dude, whoa! Spitting that fire. Says, we are all here listening to Blerd and some listening to Sirius XM Urban View. We stand together. Be safe. All, dude, thank you for that. Like, y'all have no idea how much these words mean. And it's funny that you brought up Mr. Nancy from American Gods. I was actually literally just watching the episode where he goes off about how black people are treated, and what needs to happen. And I've seen that speech. I think I've actually watched that speech no less than 100 times, and I cry every fucking time I hear him say that. And what they did, and not just, and I think it hurts even more with the way, or the way the actor was treated in response to that. But it just, yeah, it really pisses me off because Orlando Jones played the shit out of that character. And because of shit going on, like was the shit we talked about with Riverdale and Glee and all those other shows, same thing. Orlando Jones, where were the people for him? Where were they at? His own castmates didn't even stand up for him. But same thing. Gabrielle Union, her castmates didn't stand up for her. Did they? I didn't see it. It is what it is, though, man. You can't be too black. You can't speak the truth. Hey, Mr. Fries 998 coming through with the $5 super chat. Thank you. Yeah, no, they did him wrong. They did him stupid wrong. And honestly, whoever's call it was to to fire him from the show, honestly, they need to be fired. The Tube says, I really hate how people act like art and politics shouldn't mix. Art is inherently political. Yes, it is. It is, and I keep trying to explain that to people. Nobody wants to fucking listen. No one wants to hear it. They don't understand. Art imitates life. And life often imitates art. Art is inspired by your worldview. And what is politics if not your worldview? And I get sick and tired of people coming at me saying, oh, Blerd, Why you always got to bring up all this political commentary? Why you always got to bring up all this? You're just too political. Like, I actually had a guy, black man, mind you, come at me on Instagram. I wasn't even going to talk about this shit. He fucking deleted his account, apparently. Whatever. He may not even actually been black. He may have been a bot. I don't know. Or he may be some white dude in disguise or whatever, using digital blackface or whatever. But point of the matter is, this guy, supposedly black, came at me basically saying that, I just really can't stand how political you are. Silly rabbit. Shit makes me laugh every fucking time. It's true. And yes, we are going to talk about DC. We're going to talk about DC here in a minute. Real quick, what I want to do is I actually want to show some love. I want to show some love to, we got some new donations, I believe. We got a donation. We got a donation from LJ Mac 03, $20 to the Bail Project. By the way, I haven't talked about it in a minute, but if you have no idea what I'm talking about, the Bail Project is what we're raising money for right now. The Bail Project ensures that all of those, the thousands, tens of thousands of people who have been wrongfully incarcerated and arrested, will not stay in jail. Their bail will be paid. When that bail is paid, that money will then go back to the Bail Project once it comes back from the courts, and then it will go towards releasing the next person. And that is how the Bail Project works. The matter of fact, one of my favorite things, actually a graphic that I used, is actually a graphic that I used in my video promo for the project. As you can see right here, this is exactly how it works. You see it right here. Bail is set, bail is paid, then those bail, the funds return back to the project, and then they use that money to go towards the next person. So, I put the link in the chat. It's in there right now. So, there you go. Yeah, no, we are. Tubes, you are 100% correct. We actually are right now living in a dystopian novel. We really are. Like, yeah, the Purge. Like, we now live in a world where the Purge could exist. All these people were laughing, skinning, and grizz. Oh, that could never happen. No, it's actually more real now than ever. I'm just saying. But, let's go ahead and move it along, because we got a couple of things I want to talk about before we get out of here and move on to questions. Couple of things that need to be brought up. So, a lot of people are kind of freaking out right now, because DC just recently, they just killed their deal with Diamond Comic Distributors. Which, honestly, I kind of saw coming a mile away. Because the whole issue was during, the pandemic, that bitch Carol fucking Baskins, who, by the way, apparently they have discovered actually did forge her husband's will. So that bitch probably going to jail. She'll be sitting right next to Joe Exotic. They'll have a cell together. They'll be locked in hand in motherfucking handcuffed hand. Hopefully. But yeah, we got this right here. The Hollywood Reporter obtained an email that DC sent to retailers which announced the publisher's orders will now be filled by Lunar Distribution, UCS Comic Distributors, and Penguin Random House. Now, this is something we actually talked about weeks ago on the Blerd Cave. And they said, basically, we recognize that to many of you, this may seem like a momentous decision. However, we can assure you that this change in DC's distribution plans has not been made lightly and follows a long period of thought and consideration. The change of direction is in line with DC's overall strategic vision intended to improve the health of and strengthen the direct market, as well as grow the number of fans who read comics worldwide. In the near term, Diamond will only be fulfilling orders placed through June 1st final order cutoff, and will not solicit the sale of new DC titles further. To ensure a smooth transition for retailers, DC will suspend final order cutoff for June 8th, making those books available to order on final order cutoff on June 15th. And basically, now the spokesperson for DC told comicbookresources.com that after 25 years, DC and Diamond comic distributors are ending their long-standing relationship moving forward. Comic book retailers can obtain their DC books from Penguin Random House or their books and periodicals through Lunar or UCS comic book distributors. And DC continues to be committed to providing the direct market with the best in-class service and the fans with the world's greatest comic books. So there's a lot to digest there, but basically what you need to know is that there are a lot of people who already weren't crazy about the idea of Diamond to begin with. Okay, there were a lot of people who already weren't crazy about Diamond to begin with. Diamond has kind of been problematic, in the issue of releasing comics and, how they handle distribution, not just with DC Comics, but with Image, with Marvel. The thing is, this actually kind of sets up change, and I know a lot of people who are not fans of Diamond, even before all this, whenever, a lot of people are kind of thinking, oh, this is going to be the way forward. What's Marvel going to do? What's Image going to do? What are all these other comic book publishers? What are they going to do? Well, don't know. Personally, I am kind of on the fence. Largely because I don't really read a lot of DC currently. Far Sector is probably one of the only DC comics I actively read right now. And I actually get my comics digitally now. So I've talked about this in the past. How y'all can't really tell, but this room that I sit in, like, okay, you see my hand? That's a bookcase against a wall. A bookcase, mind you, that is about that deep. And if I point my hand over here, it's probably only another, 4 feet till I hit another wall. If even 4 feet. I don't think it's 4 feet. Maybe 3 feet or so. It's a very small room that the Blerd Cave exists in. I don't have a lot of room for various and sundry things. I have a lot of hobbies. For those who can't tell, cards. I like cards. I like board games. I have sleeved cards, that I have in my possession. I have tons of board games. This whole wall is board games for the most part. I have a board game table behind me. I have a freaking green screen I don't use anymore. I need to fold up and put away. I have various and sundry things in this room, and yeah. I don't have room for comics anymore. I have 2 long boxes of comics, but I mean, shit. What am I going to do with them? They're all comics I've already read, and I don't even really collect anymore, so whatever. I'm more of a digital guy anyway, so this doesn't really affect me. It does affect the market, but I think that I think maybe it will be for the better. It's going to affect the direct market and nothing else, but I think it's a change for the better. I really do. Will Marvel follow suit? God only knows. And as a matter of fact, Diamond, they have actually come out and said something. Let's see here. Oh, Lord, this is long. Let's see here. So, here's the deal. I don't even know if I really want to read all this. So, I'm a black Yu-Gi-Oh! Master? Sort of. I only throw Egyptian gods on the table. That's all I do. I'm all about those Egyptian gods. So, yes, I have actually. Actually, I haven't watched Jackie Brown recently, but that thought is always in my head. I have watched Jackie Brown enough times that is actually a saying that I throw around quite often in regards to people going to jail together. Hand and handcuff motherfucking hand. Exactly. I actually said that a lot when I was watching Tiger King. But no, Diamond released a very long statement that is kind of dry. And basically, I'm just going to go... I'll show it to you, but right here... This is a statement from Steve Jeppy from Diamond. It is basically a really long-ass way to say, hey, they wanted to renegotiate a deal. We tried to come up with something, and clearly it didn't work. So, yeah, take that however you will. And for those who want to read it, I'll leave it up. It is long and as dry as toast, with no butter and no jelly. Like burnt toast, I would even go as far as to say. There's no real merit or meaning behind it. But let's see here. Oh man, you know what? I love to see it. My guy Salt C coming through for the $20 super chat. That's my guy over from Twitch. Also, my guy here, a mod, member of the Quiet Council in Blerd Co. of the Discord. And just literally came in. All he had to say was BLM, Black Lives Matter. Salt and C, my guy. Thank you so much for that, man. If y'all have time, go check out my guy Salt and C over on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Salt and C. Go check him out. He's good peoples. Good peoples and an ally. He is also out here. But also, I want to point out one of my peoples, who is, if I'm not mistaken, here, let me, because I like shouting my peoples out, man. I like shouting my peoples out. Salt is an ally, good guy, a good friend. He is Salt has been one of my biggest supporters, over on Twitch, and one of my biggest supporters on YouTube as well. Patreon, everything. Salt is always out here showing out for your boy. Always showing up. And he is out here raising money also for the Bail Project. So if you have time, please go swing by his channel. Go support. Because he's out here trying to raise money for us too. And he doesn't even have skin in the game. But he's out here because he's an ally. And he's doing what people... Like I always tell people, I wish I had more white friends like Salt and Sea, because he actually puts his money where his mouth is. He puts his actions and his heart on the line. And yeah, like I said, it's I love to see it. But anyways, I'm taking the statement down because once again, it's dry toast. It's not important. Just know that, I mean, any other day, if we hadn't already been going through all this bullshit, I probably would have talked about it, but I don't have the time or the crayons right now to give Steve Jeppy his dry toast sermon, to try to reiterate his dry toast sermon, or whatever. But real quick, the last thing I want to talk about, hey, I see my friend... Approach the Nerd is in here. Y'all go check out my girl Maria from Approach the Nerd. We actually did a video not that long ago talking about some Super Sentai and stuff very recently. We cast an all-black version of Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger, arguably the best season of Super Sentai in existence. So make sure to go check out her channel for that. Real quick, we are going to talk about Ruby Rose, her exit, because I feel like has this become the Ruby Rose Memorial Blerd Cave stream podcasts, whatever. Anyway, we do have some news. And the only reason I'm talking about it because I've talked about it recently. Do I play Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh? No, I do not play. I used to play Magic the Gathering. I think Yu-Gi-Oh came out kind of after. I followed Yu-Gi-Oh, but never actually like played Yu-Gi-Oh. But Magic the Gathering, I did play back in the day, like back in the mid to late 90s. And maybe early 2000s. I haven't played since. Magic the Gathering has changed so much, I can't fucks with it. But I do play other games like it. I have some games up here. You know what? Matter of fact, fuck it. I'll show them. Ah! I'm gonna die. Grab it without dying. I actually have this game. Exceed. Exceed Fighting System. This is actually the Street Fighter edition. They normally don't do... they do licensed games. But this is the one time they picked like a really popular one. But they did Street Fighter. I have 3 boxes of these. Like this box has has Cammy, Bison, Ken, and Guile. I have another box that has Ryu, Sagat, Chun-Li, Dan. Another one has Crimson Viper. Blanca and some other characters. But yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. And there's other games too up here that I can't reach because I'd probably kill myself. But Star Realms, Hero Realms, Forged Realms, any of those Realms games, I like those a lot. I don't like getting into collectible card games because that's where you can lose a lot of money. I like playing games where everything is right there. I want everything right there. I want to buy the game, and I want to worry about motherfuckers pulling up with random cards that I don't have. I'm all about the equity in my card games. But yeah, so that said, I feel like, yeah, we've talked about it so much, I feel like I have to talk about it here. But, because it was all over the news. But Batwoman, it turns out the CW is not recasting Ruby Rose. Her character will not be recast. Basically, what they've gone on to say is that, since she has left, her character of Kate Kane will apparently, maybe she will disappear in the same manner as Bruce did. We don't know. But basically, casting notice the Deadline was able to obtain reveals the new lead character is named Ryan Wilder, and she will be younger than Kate Kane. The character is in her mid to late 20s, and she's described as likable, messy, a little goofy, and untamed. Okay, I just love how they threw in messy. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And they said that she is nothing like Kate Kane, the woman who wore the batsuit before her. They said a former drug runner and the now reformed and sober Ryan lives in her van with her plant and is a highly skilled but wildly undisciplined fighter. Like her predecessor, Ryan is an out lesbian with performers who identify as LGBTQ encouraged to submit for the role. I also remember them saying, too, that race was not an issue with the casting. So they also don't care what color you are, and they want an LGBTQ actor encouraged for the role. Now, what will this mean? Ultimately, I don't know. I don't know. It could be anything. Could be fine. Here, let's see here. Here, let's see what we got here. Oh, wait. What is this? Oh, sure, I'll accept that. You said they're talking about looking at a Hunger Games actress. Which one? Which one? Oh, they don't even say which one. They say one of. Oh, they're looking at Amanda Stenberg. Okay, I mean that's cool. That's cool and cute. That could work. I like Amanda Stenberg. I don't know if I can see her as Batwoman, if I'm being brutally honest. But I mean, hey, if you're gonna do it, go ahead and fucking do it. I wouldn't care. I'd be in for a penny, in for a pound on it. I mean, shit. They could choose worse, and technically, I think they already did. I mean, no shade on Ruby Rose. I just don't think that she's like that great of an actress. I think she was good at playing Batwoman, but I think she didn't do a really good job of playing Kate Kane, if that makes any sense. I think she's very good at playing someone who is emotionally stunted, someone who is holding back their emotions, someone who is basically trying to be stoic. Which is, kind of what, when Kate Kane is in the costume, I feel like that's when she is good. But when it comes to like just being Kate Kane, I always just felt like she just wasn't 100% there yet. Because I feel like Kate Kane has more personality than that, and I feel like people were given a pale comparison of what the character could have been. But yes, let's see. Oh yeah, I saw somebody talking about Lovecraft. I was like, ooh, wait a minute. Are we talking about Lovecraft Country? Because we're talking about Lovecraft Country. I'm in. By the way, new trailer for Lovecraft Country came out. I can't play it on here because I'll get flagged and they'll take all my money. So that said, yeah, if you haven't, I will say, if you want to watch it, we actually have the video up in the Discord. If you go to the Discord, you'll be able to see it. There's a link to it in the videos, section. I believe it's where. I believe there's a link in the video section for it. Like I said, I'm not going to, like I said, we're not gonna show it, but it is definitely something that I think everyone should probably be kind of keeping an eye on, for the most part. It's a very interesting, very what's the word? Very, I don't know. Like, if you're a fan of like board games like Arkham Horror, RPGs like Call of Cthulhu, or the game Call of Cthulhu, which I actually played very recently and enjoyed to a degree or another. I think you would dig it. I really think you would dig it. It's good shit. It's good shit, kid. It's good shit. But yeah, that said, let's go ahead and get into questions. We're gonna give about let's see. We will go ahead. I don't think we have any. Yeah, I asked for questions. I asked for questions earlier, but no one left any. So I will go ahead and say I do appreciate our new members, Despicable and Plato Pompey. Thank y'all for joining the Discord. And yeah, hope y'all have fun in the Discord. Introduce yourselves, please, when you get a chance. And yeah, welcome you guys in. We're going to take questions for, I'll take questions for like the next 15 minutes. Here, we're going to, get my phone. I threw it on the floor earlier in frustration with myself. The clock is starting. I'll start it when we get the first question. How about that? Start it when we get the first question in. Whoa. There we go. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, wait. Well, I guess here's one. We'll start with that one. Let's see. Snack Crumb says, Yo, Blerd, are you going to continue your video series on making the Milestone universe? I saw your old vid, and it was pretty good. Thank you. Yeah, I am. I think I have to kind of refocus. I have some stuff in the works about Milestone. It just with so much stuff going on, I've just kind of been like... I do plan on doing some more. I have some plans for static, a video on static, a video on hardware, and a video on Icon and Rocket. How I would revamp them. I think that's actually kind of partially why I didn't do it too, is because I found out about the Milestone relaunch. And when I found out about that, I was like, oh, well, they're relaunching, so I mean, what's the point? But I guess technically there is still, there's still technically, because I mean, right now they still have the website up. The milestone.media website is still a thing. They don't, I think, here, let me see if they got anything on announcements. I don't really see anything here in announcements, so to speak, but they are. I do see Dennis Cohen and Reggie Hudlin looking over some stuff. So you know what? I tell you what. Here, let's, because I do think y'all should see this. This is actually something to. This is actually something to kind of get you hype. This is definitely something to get you hype. Here we go. There, we'll put it there. Transition that bad boy. But this is your boy Dennis Cohen and Reggie Hudlin looking over a script for Static Shock. And I don't know exactly when this is from, but I mean, clearly something's happening. Like, and it's something that was written a while ago. If you look at the date here, here, let's see if I can zoom that bad boy in some. But yeah, it says 6/2/15. So this is an older script. It's an older script. So whatever's going on here could be interesting. Could be interesting. I'm here for it. So yeah, depending on what they're going to do, they did have some stuff that they had showed, some promotional material, stuff they had shown, stuff that looks really interesting. I'm curious to see how it plays out. But I will probably just do, instead of how I was originally going to do it, I'm probably just going to kind of use more of the information that I can get from them. And hopefully we can see what happens. Let's see here. Let's see. What is your favorite comic that is coming back? This comes from Average Joe. Bitterroot. Bitterroot is one of my favorites. Actually, been recently nominated for an Eisner Award, I believe. Bitterroot, followed by Immortal Hulk, also nominated for an Eisner. And X-Force. I'm really looking forward to X-Force coming back. And Hellions. Hellions. Oh my god, I can't wait for Hellions. Oh, I'm in for a penny and for a pound on Hellions. Let's see. Let's see. Will I cover Naomi? Yes, I am. It just, man, I was trying to find an angle on it. I was trying to find an angle on it and just really, I haven't been able to. I may just do it the way I've done some other things. I just recently put together some stuff for Isaiah Bradley very recently. I didn't want to say too much here, but yeah, so that is, we just did Martha Washington, so Isaiah Bradley is going to be one of the next ones. I don't have any issue. I see somehow I think someone brought up, Batfleck. I like Batfleck. I like Ben Affleck as Batman. I thought he did a good job. I like Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne. Not so much as Batman. And then Michael Keaton, I think, is okay. His Batman is good. I don't like his Bruce Wayne. Not crazy about Val Kilmer as Batman or Bruce Wayne. And then George Clooney. I like his Bruce Wayne, not his Batman. I think George Clooney makes a good older Bruce Wayne. But Kevin Conroy, for me, is always going to be my Batman. And that's the guy who voices Batman. I think he does a better job portraying Batman than anybody else. I'm just going to be honest with you. And Jason O'Mara, I think, is okay. Is an okay backup voice as Batman. Same for Troy Baker. But yeah. If anyone was asking my opinion, I don't know if that was a question for me or not. Let's see here. Hey, are they more? Hey, I see now. Got you. Welcome to the Discord. Let's see here. Vereen70 says, what's the chance that we'll see Blue Marvel story in the MCU? I think it is closer to happening than not, because especially now with Hollywood's newfound wokeness, in the wake of rediscovering their wokeness, rather, you probably will see Blue Marvel in the MCU sooner rather than later. We already know Monica Rambeau is in the MCU. We actually will be seeing her in WandaVision, and very possibly, maybe even, she might even pop up in Captain Marvel 2, played by Tiana Paris, who is going to be portraying her in WandaVision. Hey, Rodney Bellamy, welcome to Blerd Club. Welcome. Glad to have you. But let's see here. But yeah, I think it could happen. I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later, because something tells me we're going to get an Ultimates movie at some point. I just got a sneaking suspicion, because a lot of the principal characters are already there. Black Panther, Monica Rambeau, Captain Marvel. We also know that America Chavez is being hinted at as showing up in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So if that is actually the case, then that would mean every single character in the Ultimates, minus Blue Marvel, would be present in the MCU. That's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. I think it's going to happen. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. Yes, that is. Now, what is going to happen with that? Are they going to do something with that? I have no idea. And that's in regards to the whole thing with Static. Let's see. Yeah, Kevin Conroy. Yeah, dude, Kevin Conroy. I mean, he's the guy. His voice, the way he talks is the different. He's one of the few people who actually has a legitimate and very good differentiation between his voice, Kevin Conroy. His voice is Bruce Wayne and his voice is Batman, without having to talk like this. Swear to me, I'm the weird hockey pants. Like, he doesn't have to talk like that to be imposing. He just puts a little more bass in his voice, and he talks with more purpose. But yeah, I've never been a fan of how Christian Bale portrays Batman, like, ever. Like, just, he was the best of us. He was the best of us. I don't have to save you. Swear to me. He wasn't the hero that Gotham needs. His opposite earth. Dude, fuck that motherfucker in his portrayal. I fucking hate Christian Bale as Batman. Oh my god. You know what people love about those movies? They love Heath Ledger and very little else. Like he's literally the only. Heath Ledger is the best thing about The Dark Knight. Like the Dark Knight trilogy has 1.5 good movies in it. The Dark Knight Rises is terrible. The Dark Knight, just The Dark Knight is great. Batman Begins is just okay. It is literally just okay. Throwing that out there. I have opinions about that trilogy. Because, okay, here's my thing. Batman spends most of the trilogy not wanting to be Batman. It's like, goddamn, dude. Let's see. Rio Grande, aka Cascal, says, who would I have write and direct Night Thrasher if it became either SCMU or MCU show? Okay. So what? So basically, oh man, who would I have? Ooh, who would I have write and direct it? Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. Because, the easy pick is Ryan Coogler because he's already proven himself with Black Panther. But I don't want to make that man too busy because he's got Bitterroot to worry about. So we're not gonna ask Ryan Coogler. And Jordan Peele, while I love Jordan Peele, I would not have Jordan Peele do Night Thrasher. At least, and not say I would have him do an MCU movie. I'd have Jordan Peele. I would rather have Jordan Peele do... Oh, man. I would rather see Jordan Peele do something like either a Blue Marvel or a Dr. Voodoo or... Oh, God, why am I blanking? Oh, why am I blanking on names? Oh, my God, it's killing me. It's kicking my ass. Yeah, those are the only ones I can think of right now. Now, but as far as like a black director, oh, my God. Hold on, wait a minute. I want to see if y'all know what I'm talking about here. Okay, so I want y'all to follow me here. I want y'all to follow me here. Here's who I would want for Night Thrasher to write and direct a Night Thrasher movie. This is who I'd want. And I know some people are gonna get a little iffy. They're gonna get a little iffy about it, but it's okay because it's gonna be fine. I would want Antoine Fuqua. For those who know who Antoine Fuqua is, that's my guy who directed Training Day. As a matter of fact, he was rumored to already be in talks with Marvel about directing a movie, and a lot of people believe that it was a Blue Marvel film. But if I could get that brother to get on some Night Thrasher, because he did The Equalizer, he did Olympus Has Fallen, he's good at action, he's good at telling a story. I think he could really do it. Now as far as writer, I don't think he really does a lot of writing. I don't think he does a lot of writing. He mostly produces, directs. But I would be very curious to see what he would come up with as a writer. I would love him to do both the writing and the directing for that. But you know what? Let's see here. I want to see. You know what? I tell you what. As far as writers, man, that's a tough one, man. That is actually tough. You know what? Just because I would kind of want to keep it along, man, just because I'd want to keep it along similar lines. I feel like he probably has particular people that he likes to work with. Man, I just don't know, man. I just don't know. Maybe, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I would have faith in this man to actually write it. But, if I had to pick someone else, or to get someone else in on a script for it, 'Cause you know what? I want black faces. Ooh. I want black faces here. We'll pause that for a minute. Or, I missed the pausing part of it, but whatever. I do what I want. It's my show. Man. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I would just have him write it. I would have him write it. We'll just leave it at that. That's why I would have him do both. Fuck it. Why not? Let's see here. When am I streaming next on Twitch? And someone else asked me if I was streaming tonight on Twitch. I might stream tonight on Twitch. If I do, we're probably gonna finish up The Last of Us, maybe. Or I don't know. I'm debating. I'm kind of going back and forth. Maybe I'll poll the Discord and see what people think. If they want me to finish The Last of Us or do a fight night. Fight night seems to always go over really well over on Twitch. For those who don't know, we play fighting games like King of Fighters 14, Guilty Gear, Tekken 7. We did play Dead or Alive 6 once, but we haven't touched that one since. I don't know. We'll kind of see what happens. If we don't do Fight Night or The Last of Us, we may just do some shooting games. I don't know. I kind of wanted to do Def Jam Fight for New York the other day, but I felt it would be really disingenuous to be trying to raise money for people fighting for equality and against police brutality, and then to start streaming a game where black people are beating the shit out of each other. Just seems like a bad look to me. But I saw I had a couple of questions about that, so that's one thing. I'm going to still answer some other ones that are in here. I'll just try and be quick about it. I see Tube said Stephanie Beatriz for America Chavez. You know what? I could get with that. Yeah, no, I'm in for that. You know what?
Cut the check.
Cut the goddamn check. I'm here for it. But yeah, no, like I said, dude, could you imagine a fucking Dr. Voodoo film written and directed by Jordan Peele? Shit would be insane. I could see Kevin Graveau writing Blue Marvel. Oh, you say you met Antoine Fuqua, Cascal? Dude, how was he okay? Was he a good guy? Was he all right? I want to make sure we take care of each other out here. The Century video, that one, I tell you what, we actually didn't hit the milestone for that one. Someone spared me, apparently. The Century milestone was for if we hit the full $2,500 goal for the St. Jude Play Live campaign, which we actually did. We topped out at 2,331, if I'm not mistaken. But I tell you what, since I'm a good sport, I'll probably do the Century video. I'm going to take my sweet time about it. Deku said, did I hear the call for Fight Night? Wait, what happened to Overwatch? I don't play Overwatch anymore. Overwatch is a game that... you know what? Let's address an elephant in the room. Let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Because I feel like it's going to come up at some point. For those who don't know, and I do see we did just get some questions in the Discord. I will be answering those here in just a moment. But basically, a person formerly affiliated with Blerd Without Fear, Blerd, Koa, and such is no longer with us. And I haven't talked about it publicly, but I'm going to talk about it now. Brother One Above None is no longer with us. He is no longer affiliated with us. He is no longer going to be seen on any Blerd Without Fear content. You will not see him in the Discord. You will not see us interacting ever again. And the reasons for this are various and sundry, but it came to my attention that while streaming with me, this is just one of the reasons, is that he was diverting his time, his attention, rather, he would be, and I discovered this going back and looking at someone else's stream that was going on Twitch while I was streaming here, and he was in their stream, screwing around over there and not paying attention to what was happening right here. Also, brother One Above None did not know anything about comics at all. He was very good at fooling people into thinking he knew his shit, but he kind of gave up the goose and the goat when he streamed on his Twitch channel while I was on vacation. He streamed on Twitch, and someone asked him a question about Infinity Gauntlet. And he was completely unaware when someone brought up the fact that Thanos had created a woman using the Infinity Gauntlet to make Death jealous. And he said that that was fan fiction and was not real. That let me know he has never read the Infinity Gauntlet. Also lets me know he doesn't actually watch my videos, and he has no clue what he's fucking talking about. And anyone, and I dare you to go back and watch any Blerd Caves where One Above None was on the show with us. If you go back, and in any time we are talking about something related to a comic, look and listen, and if his face is showing, listen and look for how he responds when asked a question about a comic. He's not read them, I promise you. We were talking about Immortal Hulk once, and I actually threw a curveball at him just to see one day on stream, and he was dumbfounded and baffled. Whenever we talked about things relating to the X-Men, he had no clue what I was talking about. He would just nod in agreement, and in a very Pete Buttigieg way, would answer the question by basically regurgitating the question in an answer format. That is what One Above None knew about comics. So yeah. Hey, Carter, what's going on? So yeah, that is why Carter Presents is actually on the show. Now, he's not here today, but he is in the chat right now. But the reason why he is on my show, why I have him come on and be a co-host, as opposed to One Above None. So those of you who have been asking where One Above None is, why has he not been seen in Blerd Koa, he has been excommunicated. I have put him out of Blerd Koa for A, lying to me about his knowledge on comics, pretending to be knowledgeable about comics, for B, C, for also trying to take credit for things that I created, like trying to take credit for things that that I have come up with, like seeing him go to other people's streams, like on Twitch, we have something called the Ain't Shit Squad, which is basically what we call our subscribers on Twitch. If you are a Twitch subscriber, you are a part of the Ain't Shit Squad. Well, him going over on Twitter and seeing him with one of his new people who he's trying to dick ride on, because that's one of the things he would always tout himself as being a content creator and a streamer, and basically he was dick riding. He was dick riding on my success to try and boost up his Twitch channel, which did not work out for him. He also tried to co-opt my sayings and things like that, as if he came up with them. Yeah, like I said we had the Ain't Shit Squad. So basically, what was it? He had the Ain't Shit Core, or the You Ain't Shit Core, or some shit like that. Like basically trying to come up with his own thing, but try and pretend like he was the one who came up with it. And I called him out on it on Twitter, and he deleted my my comment and my reply. So there you go. A hit dog will holler. That's some shit my granny used to teach me. So yeah, he don't go here no more, and you know what? And to let you know that he knew his time was up, he has not once tried to talk to me about it, or try and clear his name, or try and make the shit right. He tried to take credit for all the super chats we were getting. Say, oh man, I'm the reason why these super chats are busting. Liar. This man was trying to take credit for a fucking charity. Fuck him. That's right. Look, Nightway said it best. Came in with a $30 super chat. Said, them dudes got saber-toothed. You goddamn right. He's saber-toothed. That motherfucker's at the bottom of Blerd Koa in the darkness forever. Fuck him. Just saying. So any of you motherfuckers who sit here, you are asking, man, I just don't understand why One Above None is no longer around. We haven't seen him. Fuck that motherfucker. Fuck him. Fuck him. It is what it is. Also, motherfucker he always tried to take credit for the Just Us League. Motherfucker barely ever showed up for the Just Us League. Matter of fact, he's been kicked out of that. Matter of fact, if it lets you know how we feel about him in the Just Us League, I sent out a group text to Fantastic Frankie and Alternative Factuals both and said, hey, I'm getting rid of One Above None. He's out. He's done. He's out of the Just Us League. He's no longer affiliated with Blerd Koa, Blerd Without Fear, or anything else. He's done. He's burned. He's out. Fantastic Frankie was the first one to reply, and she said, and I pardon my French, she said, fuck that nigga. He's dead to me. She said that on site. Alternative Factuals said much the same. Marius Brown said, I'll be honest, I forgot he was a person. And see, that was the thing. Say it ain't so. Yeah, I wish I could. I wish I could say it ain't so. I wish I could say it ain't so. But it is so, and I do not like having liars in my midst, and he was a liar. He was a liar. Straight up and down. He was a liar. He lied about his knowledge about comics. He did everything he said. He did not. Okay, I'll tell you how much of a liar he is. So, we play video games on Twitch. By the way, to answer the original question, the reason why we don't play Overwatch is because that was his game, not mine. I just played to be nice because I like playing games with people who I think are my friends. And once I realized he was not my friend, we stopped playing games together. But no, we were playing Borderlands, Borderlands 3, all year long that I had been talking to this cat. He was always like, oh, man, I can't wait for Borderlands 3. Oh, man, dude, Borderlands 3 is going to be so lit. Man, I love the Borderlands series so much. Man, Borderlands is so amazing. Borderlands is, oh, man, Borderlands. That's all he talked about. This motherfucker had never played a Borderlands game before until he played the third one with me. He only liked it because he knew I liked it. Now, to be fair, that's not a horrible quality in a person to have that kind of energy for something that someone else cares about. But the problem is that this motherfucker was getting, what kind of gave up the ghost was that shit that was commonplace in Borderlands, he was freaking out about. Oh my God, dude, the loot in this game is so crazy. Dude, they've had crazy loot in this game since Borderlands 1. 3 games have come out before this one. Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel. How the fuck are you just now realizing they got lit loot? How are you so surprised by all the fucking Easter eggs and pop culture references in this game? They've been doing this shit since Borderlands 1. He was just so blown away by commonplace shit. The first time he saw Tiny Tina, I thought he was going to have a heart attack. This bitch has been in the game since Borderlands 2. He always lied about shit that he was interested in. And he didn't actually know. And this guy was trying to put a YouTube channel together to teach you guys about DC Comics, something he knows absolutely nothing about. Because I quizzed him. I don't even like doing that. He made me become what I hate. He made me become a gatekeeper. Because this man was literally going to make a YouTube channel and try and coast off my knowledge and use it to sell you on the idea that he knows something about comics. No. Dude. Look, no. And he said, that's on daddies. Snack Crumbs, yes. Daredevil is my favorite comic book character. For a lot of reasons. I like street level heroes. Like, I know people love their cosmic characters, their gods, and all this other stuff. I actually like guys who are just regular people and just do the right thing. And that's why I love Daredevil. Daredevil is one of my favorite characters because I could see myself as Daredevil. I could be Daredevil. And same as Spider-Man. I could be Spider-Man. I like characters that are down to earth and grounded. But Daredevil, Black Panther, Spider-Man, those are the characters I identify with. Characters like Night Thrasher, characters like Luke Cage, characters like Moon Knight. I love Moon Knight, but he flip-flops on being street level, and y'all get where I'm going with this. But yeah, characters like that. I like characters like that because I feel like, yes, these characters are closer to being me. If that makes any sense. Somebody stop him. He's already dead. But yeah, no, dude, here's the funny thing. I'm going to say one last thing about One Above None, and I'm not talking about him again ever. That motherfucker decided that he was going to do his last hurrah as a streamer. He was going to use his Twitch. He told me, like, he came to me like, yeah, man, I'm going to start interviewing other Twitch streamers and content creators, and I'm going to use my channel as a way to signal boost them and get them to a wider audience. Okay, first off, motherfucker, first off, how are you going to signal boost motherfuckers who have more followers than you? Because he wanted me to be the first. But what he wanted was, it's like, no, you actually don't want to signal boost, because like, here's the thing. Any motherfucker who would come from my audience to come see what you're doing, which is what you're trying to do, what you're really trying to do, they already know me. They already know who I am. There's no content about me that you could provide that they wouldn't already know about. You're hoping that my followers will come to you and then say, oh, well, Blerd fucks with this guy, so here we go. And he tried doing that with everybody else. He tried doing alternative factuals. He tried doing it with some other Twitch streamers, and it always backfired on him. He never got more followers. And one of the things he was incredibly jealous about, and I know he was jealous about it because he bragged about it at first, was that when we both started Twitch at the same time. He started Twitch streaming when I started Twitch streaming. He bragged because he got to over 100 followers on Twitch before I did. But here's the difference between he and I, and this is how we know he's different. He got to 100 followers before me because he was doing follow for follow. Basically what that means is if he follows somebody, they follow him back. That doesn't mean they're actually watching his content. He started becoming bitter because, yeah, I hit 100 followers after he did, but only a little after he did. And since then, I am at almost 800 followers on Twitch. And usually anywhere between 15 to 20 to 30 people watching my Twitch streams at any one given time. One Above None was lucky if he had 2 people watching him. And that's what pissed him off. Because my Twitch channel grew not off the strength of this, but off the strength of my personality and how I act on Twitch. It wasn't because of YouTube. I mean, yeah, a lot of y'all came over from YouTube to watch me on Twitch, but not for him. You know, not for him. And he didn't have that luxury. But I was also building steam on Twitch just because. But anyways, neither here nor there. It's just like he already killed him. NYCC, no. NYCC is not going to be a thing. Though I do plan on going next year. Yeah, Tubes, you're right. That is some fake ass shit. That's why we don't fucks with him no more. He is unfollowed, excommunicado. Look. He got John Wick. He is excommunicado. Y'all do what y'all got to do. Only he ain't John Wick. Eddie White asks, hey, have you ever read Planetary by Warren Ellis? Yes, I have. I enjoyed it. Very good comic. Warren Ellis, great writer. A lot of people don't know this, but Warren Ellis is a big influence on Kohei Horikoshi, the guy behind My Hero Academia. Stop the damn match. My God, he killed him! Stop the damn match. Let's see here. Stu Jerry said, y'all had good chemistry on the podcast. If it's the dude I'm thinking of, damn. We did have good chemistry on the podcast and stuff. Only problem is that he was faking it. He was faking it. One Above None wanted to get rich quick. He wanted to become famous quick. He didn't want to do the work, though. He didn't want to build himself up. He just wanted somebody else to put him out there, and he just blow up. But the problem is, with that, is if you ain't got no personality, you could have the fucking Rock introduce you to the world, and ain't nobody gonna want to fucking hear it. That was his problem. He has no personality. Like our conversations, and I'm not trying to be vain or narcissistic, our conversations were good because I made them good. That's the sad part about it. That's the sad part. Snackers says, so were you on board with the new version of the Defenders being street levels heroes in comparison to the old team of Doctor Strange, Hulk, Namor, and Surfer? Kind of. I actually wish they just would have made them a different team, but I get why they did it. They could have honestly kept the OG Defenders exactly as they were. They could have called the motherfuckers like the Protectors or some other shit. I don't know. But I do like my street level heroes, and I did think that they did a good job as being the Defenders. I just think that it was kind of hand-fistedly done, if that makes any sense. Yeah, he was, no, you are right, Cascow. He was at the... Clout chasing. Exactly. Clout chasing. That is what it was. Yeah, like I said, I wish him the best, but fuck him. You're and AWAB, you are correct. The followers do not matter. Retention and engagement is most important, and that's where he failed. Right? You ain't got to lie to kick it. You really ain't. You ain't got to lie to kick it. But anyways, we're going to answer these last couple of questions. Losersaurus in the Discord says, loved the Child of Spectrum and Blue Marvel video. Any chance you will do more of these what if type of videos? I do plan on doing some. I have some in the works. Some just myself. Others with collaborations with Alternative Factions and Fantastic Frankie. As well as other people I collab with, like Approach the Nerd. I do have some plans. Carter asked, my co-host Carter Presents asked, with all the amazing St. Jude donations that were done, when can we expect that Dark Angel Fortnite stream? To which Dark Angel replied, fuck you, Carter. Yes. That said, we don't know. I don't know when we're gonna get that. I don't know if it'll ever happen. I think those poor children are just gonna be let down. Those poor sick kids, they're just gonna be let down. Are there any amalgam crossover stories you would recommend? I just found out it was a thing. Stu Jersey, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not the biggest fan of the amalgam universe. However, if you want to read some crossover stories that are good, there's a good Batman Daredevil crossover. If you want the actual like amalgam stuff, I would just read the amalgam, the Marvel versus DC deal. And I believe, if you want to go into like other companies, Image Comics did do one as well where all their characters came together. I don't remember the name of it, but if you like Google search like Image Comics crossover, whatever, you'll probably find it. And I think it comes up in my pit video that is up for members only currently. It'll be available to everybody else this Tuesday, maybe. We'll see. Let's see here. Damn, dude. Damn, Losersaurus came with the receipts. Said, this is not a lie. Sadly, I was one of the few people in his streams once in a while. So wait a minute. Decky Vino Deku Venom said, so since the Mona beef is aired out, can we say we are the P4 Persona 4 investigation group now? Yes, we can. We are the investigation group now. We are no longer the Phantom Thieves of Hearts. We are the Persona 4 investigation group. Thank you. Thank you all for your support and your consideration. Oh, damn. But no, that's it. That's the show, everybody. That's everything. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope everybody had fun. Keep your eyes clued in to the Discord and Twitter. I'll be making my announcements whether or not I'll be streaming later tonight. And more importantly, what we're going to be doing. I'll have a poll up in the Discord as well. And I'll kind of put some suggestions as to what we're going to be doing as far as whatever happens tonight goes. But anyways, I want to say thank you, everyone. If you for all those who donated to the Bail Project. By the way, I'm going to put the link back in the chat. Again, it'll pop up here in just a second. If you have not done so already, please consider donating to the Bail Project. It ensures that people who are wrongfully incarcerated and arrested, the tens and thousands of people who have been wrongfully arrested during protests, for Black Lives Matter, for George Floyd, for Breonna Taylor, for Ahmaud Arbery, all countless other black men, women, and children who have been unjustly executed by police. Please, these people who are protesting for it is something to believe in. It is something to care about because these people are fighting for freedom. Freedom is not free. Protests are the language of the people who want to be heard. And I know that some people say, oh, well, these protests are turning into riots. Well, even Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King said it himself. Riots are the language of the unheard. So please consider it. Give what you can if you can. It doesn't matter how much or how little. If you can, please, I highly advise and ask and implore that you do so. And even if you can't, all I ask is that you share the link to the campaign with those who you feel would want to help. And that is just as important to me in my eyes. For those of you who donate, there are incentives. You can do things like pick what's my next video topic, what character I break down next, what team I break down next, what story arc I cover next, or even what major comic book crossover event I cover next. Nothing is off limits as far as I'm concerned. So, because this is how much this means to me as a human being. This is how much this cause means to me. So I am willing to do whatever it takes. So please consider it. Thank you. I hope you all stay safe. If you're going out and protesting, once again, please make sure you wear masks. Make sure you protect yourself. Make sure you hide your identity. Make sure you be careful because we are still in the middle of a pandemic. Please, please be safe. And I can't say this enough. Be plus ultra to each other. I love you all. 3,000. Good night.